Hey, everybody, it's me, it's RDV here. I'm with Zach in a special Wednesday night edition of, the Geeky Puppet Show. But we're not puppets. But we are geeky, though.
What are you talking about? Hi, everybody.
There are no strings on me.
Help. Oh, Pixel is controlling me.
Yes, yes. Well, he wouldn't be using the marionettes if he was controlling you.
Oh, that's true. Good
He'd
point.
be using one
Good
finger.
catch. Good catch.
All right, so guys, everyone wondering what's going on tonight. We were actually going to be talking about the best books of the year. Kind of just a random like a hangout stream, but we also figured, you know what, we did a topic, so and there's a lot of books that we've talked about through this year, and man, I mean, I have most of my pull lists like written down.
I was about to say, as I was going through mine, I was like, this could be a top five. Hey, Gratu, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Gratu? Man, there's just so many books that came out this year, and it's like I'm at that stage of my life where it's like I forget what came out like last week. I go through so many books, and it's kind of sad because there's so many books that I enjoyed this year. I know I
Yeah.
have to go through, but well, I guess we can just go look see. I mean, go through my pull list. I'm pretty sure. Well, what? Then again, I'm sure you've had a bunch too. So, um, let's see here. Go through my here screen.
I keep looking back here like these are books from 2022. They're not. These are all older books. I don't know why I was looking there.
I know that, and that's the thing. That's the thing. I gotta go through and like try to find the books that came out this year.
Like, yes, y'all, in 2022, Marvel released the Defenders. Like, no, that's obviously not true. But yeah, no, there were a lot of good books. I went all the way back to January. I forgot that some of the books that came out were like still like in January or February. And then I saw a bunch of books and I was like, "Oh yeah, why did I buy this?" Like there's good books and bad books. I forget about the bad books too.
All right. So before we get into ours, I'm gonna share my screen here because I wanna share this beautiful thing I just found. I wasn't even planning to even uh, look for that, and it just popped up in one of my searches, and
But now
it's
I'm
still here.
scared.
You should be scared. The best comic graphic novels of 2022, according to the Mary Sue, our favorite article
Oh,
source.
oh no. Oh, hang on.
So if you, for those who
Okay,
are wondering what the
okay, now
Mary
let's
Sue
go.
is, the Mary Sue is pretty much very heavily a left-leaning website, as you can't tell by the.
They're not leaning. They fell. The Tower of Pisa leans, and Mary Sue just collapsed.
So I figured, like, because there's a lot of books that I like, but I'm curious, what does the Mary Sue have? This is from
Looks like a bunch
it's
of indie stuff.
well, of course, because they can't like the stuff that we like. They have to like all the weird drawn stuff.
That's true.
So,
Now
and
you've got me morbidly curious now. I'll bet you like there's gonna be a Wakanda oriented book is probably gonna be on there. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy have got to have a book up there too.
hey, what's up to
Hey,
Jim? Hello to Jr. And oh man, it's not a Merry Christmas until I'm out there freezing my ass off on Sunday. In the morning. Yeah, so I'm getting the blizzard. Oh, by me.
oh nuts.
Don't
Oh,
worry,
that's
don't worry. Don't worry. They downgraded down to 4 inches only
well,
from six,
good, I guess.
with a possible additional two, so back up to six.
Oh, fun.
Even Black
Hey,
Cat, we dropped you a link in the sports ball if you wanted to jump on. I'm not sure what your it might be the wee morning hours for you. I'm not sure, but anyway, so this is according to Samantha Puck, I guess PUC. I don't know,
I don't know.
whatever. Anyway, so let's go over these 30 best comic books and graphic novels. Should I read this? As the
No.
comic,
It's the Mary Sue, so no.
I know. As the comic book industry continues to grow into new publishing and distribution models, it's also
Didn't somebody
continuing.
just say it was dying? Like it didn't make as much money? I
I
think wasn't
know.
that a West video recently?
I don't watch anybody but my channel. It's
Oh.
just that way. I will not contribute to pandering to my enemies. This is a ratings war. No.
Oh, ratings war. Jeez, peace on earth, goodwill towards men, Bankman. Jeez.
No, you know it's goodwill towards some men, not all men.
Oh, okay. I missed that small error omission.
I wish Rager was here to ask, "What is a man?" All right, so continue on. It's also
Okay.
continued to just diversify in the best way, and in 2022, readers were privy to. I use word privy. Who uses the word privy?
Yeah, see right there, when I was in school and I took English, like for writing papers, I was always told, don't use big words, just keep it simple.
It's
As-
it's only a five-letter word.
It's like, and I was, well, yeah, but it's like a fancy 5-letter word. Like, just keep it. And that was from somebody who was a reporter. They're like, no one wants to read $10 words in the news. They want to get it, quick. So, Jim's got a blizzard going his way too.
Yeah, and like he's getting some coffee, but he's not going to share with you, Zach.
That's I got my own right here, and it's plus ultra coffee. I found this coffee mug for $10.
You're a dork.
Yeah, I am. That's why I'm here.
I have my trusty orange crush.
Trusty? Oh, I was about to say you had Trusty with you.
I thought I was the only one that was drinking this. I mean, until I was at the mall today, I had to go stop and get some Chinese food from there. Yes, I get the China mix, which is actually, I guess, considered fake Chinese. I don't know. It's damn good. I don't care what it's made out of.
Yeah.
You'd be stolen green, I'd still eat it.
God. Oh no.
You could tell me that. I'm just saying I think for a minute, but I think like it's still pretty damn good though. But overall, though, all right. So, yeah. So my point was, I actually, for the first time ever, I saw a Crush can of Orange Crush, and I was like, really? Because I didn't think anybody but me buys it from the grocery store. Because I don't know anybody who buys this Crush.
Not the orange. I've had the pineapple one. The pineapple soda is pretty good.
Well, there's also grape too. So
I'm not a fan of grape soda.
Yeah. All right. So
Anyway.
continue on as we go. All right. So all right. It says preview to 100 of new release titles ranging from double size anniversary one shots to full length graphic memoirs from publishers including the big two, DC and Marvel Comics, and plenty of indies as well as self-published works. Choosing a final best of list for the comics and graphic novels published in 2022, which includes works published in collected form. Come on, dude. Really gotta explain everything for people?
No, you shouldn't have to do that. You should say, hey, it was a year. Here's the best books. Boom. And I'm surprised that made the list.
I know, right?
It's also at the bottom of the list.
Yes,
but it still made the list.
It's still on the list, though.
Yeah.
You know why?
You know what? I'm going to keep track. I'm going to mark down books that we agree with.
Yes.
So, okay. That's one.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So they're going out. These comics on the list are available either in print or digitally or both. All right. So I gotta agree with this. I mean, it should be on the list because this was a brand new story.
Or brand new stories, wasn't it?
Yeah, a bunch of brand new stories from the original people who were part of the actual event.
Mm-hmm.
Same writers. So, all right. Hello to Evil Black Cat.
What up, people?
What's up?
Not much. We were looking for something to stream tonight, and we're gonna like, we'll do a hangout stream. But I was like, you know what? Zach's like, let's do a best of the year. But then I was like, you know what? Let's find Mary Sue article.
Oh, no.
I'll combine them both.
God. Okay.
Yeah. So, dude, that's a Superman. Have you read this, Black Cat?
No, I've told you. I never told you on stream. I've told you behind the scenes that since I'm out of the country and I read digital.
Yes.
After they screwed up Comixology, I haven't been reading many new books.
Really? You didn't check out the the pirate sites. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, if you're out of the country and you have no shot of getting it legally, you know,
Yeah.
because they don't update it, then
Yeah.
I would say go for it, man.
No, they
But,
updated. They just destroyed the interface, so I'm reading more older stuff instead of the newer stuff.
well, you've read the Death of Superman, right?
I read the original.
Yeah. So this is the original creative teams coming back. You know, I think it was Brett Breeding. I think it
Dan
was.
Jurgens,
Yeah.
Roger Stern,
Yep. Luis. Yep.
yeah.
Louise Simonson. And Jared Way. And dude, I gotta say, I was confused because when this came out, I thought it was like, it's just a retelling of the original, because it was. Then I went through it. I was like, oh my gosh, it's actually like the same creative teams coming back, and we're writing stories and not being forced to put any of the weird propaganda into it. As you read the agenda. It's a fun story, and we get a young little Jonathan Kent in here. That's probably the best part of the whole comic book. It's Dan Jurgens tells the story of where minor spoiler is that, well, his that John finds out through school. They're talking about how Superman died, and he's like, "Wait!" So he gets all pissed off because he's like, "What?" He goes to his mom. He's like, "You didn't tell me." He's like, "Well, it's not something you and your father like to talk about. It's not a very happy moment in our life. And she's like, and he kind of scolded her, and like, she admits, I was right. I should have told you about this, and you shouldn't have heard it from somebody else. And then they gave a recap everything, and then you get to see like, another Doomsday fight, but it's not technically Doomsday. It's just somebody who was exposed to like a part of Doomsday back in the day. So, but overall though, like, the other stories here is basically like it was back then. You got like the mom and pa reacting to the events. A couple other stories. There's like 5 stories in this. So definitely, Zach, this is probably gonna be the best book on this list. I'm hoping, because I don't think it's gonna go any better than this. So that being said,
let's see.
Let's go.
We're not here to actually find the best book. We're here to laugh at it. Let's be real. We're here to laugh at the Mary Sue's.
Wow, I've never even heard of this.
Me neither. I bet you we say that about half the books up here. I bet you say, "Wow, didn't know this was a thing."
I guarantee it's gonna be like 90%.
90%? Okay. Bet.
Because this the author of Serious Scribbles and Fangs. Never even heard of that.
What do cryptids do when no one is around? It sounds like Monsters Incorporated.
Yeah. So, all right. So it's hints of familiar filler to readers of our ongoing. Okay, Serious Scribbles as well as. What do that just sounds so weird. She features classic mythos, creatures and stuff. Yeah, this must have been a digital. I've never seen it anywhere. All right, Howl by Shannon Waters from Boom Studios. All right.
Okay.
Just let me know anytime if you recognize these books.
Nope.
Anybody in chat?
Swing and a miss. It does look like something I might try based off the synopsis because it has to do with Sleepy Hollow. But of course they race swapped him. It looks like if he's the guy that's front and center. But no,
It looks like it goes from Sleepy Hollow to like old days, modern day to modern times.
Could be. Oh yeah, I guess that is a flashlight he's holding, isn't it? Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, create him.
It's a contemporary queer twist on a classic source material. So they race swapped and orientation swapped him.
Of course.
It's a twofer. Oh, speaking of, here we go.
That's what everybody's been waiting for. This was with the Hulking Wiccan. Sorry.
Yep.
All right.
Swing and a miss.
Joshua Trullo, drawn by Jody, and I'm not gonna try to pronounce that.
I don't get the art. The art just looks so bad. Like if you did a better cover, like they're in space.
This is your deviant Tumblr art.
It is. I mean, they're in outer space. They were on the Guardians of the Galaxy. You can give them a much more like appealing cover. What are they doing? They're making out with statues? I mean, come on.
I don't
Marvel?
know. Yeah, it's weird.
Anyway, I heard about this one. This was a Skybound book, I think. The Six Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton?
Yep.
I never read it though.
Collected in a single volume earlier this year, presents the action-packed punch or doesn't that's overflowing with humor when the world's most unlikable action star is found dead. His former TV sidekicks try to solve his murder. Problem is, he's basically everyone is a suspect because they all hated him that much. In that case, so basically, it's basically like the Deadpool.
I mean, I remember when I was reading through because the first preview of it was in the Skybound X, like the anniversary, the 5-issue anniversary series. They did a preview for this. I thought it was interesting. I never got around to picking it back up though. So, but it sounds like a murder mystery type deal.
Yep.
So I might have to try that one of these days.
All right. Another indie book that's not in stores. I don't know.
Look again. A memoir.
I did look. I still didn't see it. It says examines the same event in 6 different ways, each one triggered by a different revelation and seemingly unrelated point in Tremblay's life. With each variation, Tremblay and the reader discover something new together. While it isn't necessarily possible to piece together an entire event by time you reach. Okay, I'm already bored.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one. All right. Zach, can you tell me about this?
I know nothing. I know less than nothing. Cena Grace, I recognize that name, which makes me kind of want to avoid it.
Well, who is Joe Glass?
I have no idea who Joe Glass is. I don't know.
He's no one that bitches around a lot on Twitter. He's always e-begging. And the other thing is he threw a huge fit that they allowed Berserker on Indiegogo or Kickstarter. I forgot which one. And he threw a fit because he had a book there and he thought that he was Berserker and that his book were rivals.
Oh,
nice. Oh, poor Joe. No.
Yeah, like people really thought that the customers would choose. He really thought that people would choose between his book and Berserker, and they might be like swayed this way, that way.
Yeah.
And so he thought it was unfair that a celebrity gets a book in that.
No, I'm sorry, Joe. Sorry.
Well,
we're not competitors.
There's a lot of celebrities on Indiegogo and Kickstarter. They're doing their own things. It's like even in DC now, you got the guys. If you're on a DC TV show, all of a sudden you get your own comic book you're writing. Danny DeVito got a nasty little fetish book with Catwoman and Penguin being lovers.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
That came out this year.
Yeah, that's not making my best of list. All right, keep on going. Bootleg Society.
Now, if you notice that a lot of these have the same exact style.
Yep.
For like the characters.
That Tumblr art style. Yeah.
It's like if you want to see this done correctly and actually like made something better out of it. It's not a comic book, but it's a TV show. It's called Gravity Falls.
Yes, that is one of the better Disney projects that they've done in the last 10 years.
Oh, look, she's got Totoro in here, the DVD. And then Super Love. I'm guessing that's Charlie XCR.
Maybe.
I don't know her song. I don't know.
It takes place in the year 2005 as they buy bootleg anime DVDs. That's funny.
Well, I explains it Totoro, but Super Love, I know that don't know what anime that is. I've never heard of that.
I have no idea. It looks like they're trying to cash in on that type of Stranger Things. Oh, there you go, right there.
It's a porn. It's a porno. adult film. Become. Oh my gosh. Fortunately, they don't get what they pay for. Instead, they're now the shared owners of adult film called Super Love XL. That's been mislabeled. It would scandalize any of the townspeople, let alone the teachers at their super conservative Christian school. Oh my god. So obviously, the solution is to copy the DVD and sell to the local boys for $20 each, so the girls can get the matching jackets. Ugh. Wow.
All right.
Hey,
Keep on.
is this appropriately named?
I have not read this.
Oh.
Are you asking me? I don't read these books. The only one that I've read, I haven't even finished reading. I've read part of it, was The Death of Superman. I have not read any of the books on this list so far.
Yeah, the person on the right-hand side turned him off. Buying.
The one on the left, I can't tell if she's supposed to be like Alex Danvers or
or Rogue
or Kate McKinnon. You know?
Oh yeah. So, yep.
All right.
Space trash. Probably is trash. I don't know. I haven't read it.
All right. And a broken is a case. Earth is it's 2115. Earth has been abandoned and mankind has colonized space. All right.
Thank you, Elon Musk.
He's pretty much done everything that every anime's done.
Firefly did that.
Yeah. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's always the trope is like Earth has been abandoned, or it's become like with Cowboy Bebop. It's just a landfill. Nobody lives there.
Cowboy Bebop did it too. Yeah, you're right. I mean, listen, everything is at one point going to copy off of something else, but it does seem like the Earth has been abandoned has been done a few too many times.
So in a broken down high school on the moon for underprivileged youth, for poor people, you're on the moon. That's where you're going to stay there. You don't get to go to fancy colonies. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, they've discovered something that could change everything, and their tight bonds may dissolve along the way. And then we go to Curious George.
Wow, that looks like it could be a racist.
Well, the guy on the left, I don't know if it's supposed to, he's got a huge freaking ear. Look at that ear.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Lupin, but like on crack.
A little bit. Okay, we're on 21. I think 5 out of these 9 books so far have been like geared towards a queer audience or queer readers.
They are. Yes. Well, it's on the Mary Sue.
That's nearly 50%, over 50% of 9 books. That's over the percentile.
Almost as many as DC and Marvel.
Almost. I mean, we haven't finished the list yet, so we don't know how far it's going to go. But yeah, you're right. It is getting close.
All right. The Never-Ending Party.
Never heard about this one either.
Comixology original.
Oh, okay.
Dionysus maybe.
Hey. Yeah. Joe Corallo has something. He's co-written by Joe Corallo.
Yep.
And Rachel Pollack.
Yep. Yeah, Rachel Pollack. That sounds familiar.
She was on Doom Patrol after Grant Morrison.
Oh, okay.
Well, so she can only go up then, right, from Grant Morrison?
Wasn't Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol like really like a lot of people liked it?
It is the most popular version.
Okay. Okay.
I just think that someone else could go in there and write it better than him, but again, with the crap today, you'd have to get like someone like Robert Venditti or you know.
Well, they have a new Doom Patrol series coming out next year. They've announced. I don't know who's on it though.
The Nice House on the Lake. Wow, I recognize this book.
Yeah, I've heard of this one. I haven't read it, but I've heard of it.
It is JT4, I think.
Yep. James Tynion. 4th.
Okay.
Yeah. Jordy Belair doing the coloring, I think, or inking. It's hard to tell because I see 3 names up there, so that'd be like the writer, the artist, and then the inker, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Because For a while, they were putting the colors on there, which really threw me off. I was like, why don't you just? Because I guess the person in the middle does the inking and their own penciling.
Maybe.
Throws me off all the time. So, is anybody curious? Anybody watching in the audience? If you guys recognize any of these books, other than this, because it's only two I know. It's
Maranya said the cover for Bootleg Society reminded her of I Am Not Starfire.
They're all kind of like that. So, I think E said he read this, and
I think so. It was E or Ash. I'm trying to remember who. Somebody has read Nice House on the Lake.
Yeah. Right.
So,
and glad to hear you're doing well better. MK said he tested negative.
Hey, good deal.
Now you just got to deal with all the other diseases you have. All the ones you don't know about that they're gonna say, like, you tested positive for this. You're like, what the hell? So,
see, I'm with Maranya. Nice House on the Lake and Superman are the only ones I've recognized so far.
Right.
And what are we? We're in 19. So
now we're in 18 now.
It took Luke. Overworked and under. Oh, look, it's a book they made Capitalism a bad guy.
I know capitalism is the biggest, nastiest monster in all horror graphic novels.
Capitalism is the reason you can write and publish this dumb book in the first place. Mark Bouchard, whoever you are.
Centers around the psychological torment faced by his senior coworker, Sal.
Oh, it's from Oni Lion. It's from Oni Lion Forge. Isn't that the one that hired who was
Gail
it that
Simone.
they hired? Gail Simone. I almost said Heather Antos, but that was IDW. Yeah, didn't they hire Gail Simone?
I think they went out of business as well.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Well, they made it to the list.
It should be like the in memoriam list that they made.
So this basically was reprinted.
Oh, it's a reprint? Oh, okay.
Yeah, which was reprinted by Oni Lion this year after the initial 2020 publication. So it doesn't count. It's a reprint. Why is it on the list?
Yeah, reprints don't count. If reprints counted, you should have the original Death of Superman on your list. Dummies? Okay, I'm calling foul on this one.
Why? It's Iranian?
No. The one we were just talking about.
Oh,
Iranian love stories. I don't know. I don't know if I want to know about the love stories that come out of Iran. They got some iffy stuff over there. You know, none of them are going to be gay love stories. We know that.
You notice that also she doesn't have her face covered.
Mm-hmm.
She's not wearing the full thing.
The full veil and everything.
Yeah. The whole burqa. Yeah.
It's a French graphic novel. Oh, that's why. It's French. It's not really French.
It's because they don't believe what's going on in there. They just, until wait. I'm sure they probably forgot now what's going on in Iraq.
Probably. Probably.
Because remember, we go for celebrities. We go from the.
We got one. We've got one that I've read. It only took 14 spots on the list, but we got to one I can actually talk about.
So this is the third book, right? Yeah. I'm trying to think. It's a Superman,
Nice House on the Lake, right? Fantastic Four, Full Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was really good. I gotta say, I'm surprised this actually caught their radar. This was a really good book. It actually made it onto my original list of best comics of 2022. Yeah, Alex Ross art, and he did the story too, which is a really cool. It feels like you're reading an old Fantastic Four story with exploration into the negative zone, and it's different than Alex Ross like you normally think of his art. Like you think of like the fancy covers that he does. This is very different than that, but it's still a really, really cool look. So I'm surprised. Wow.
Right. Oh
my gosh. Something broken clock, something right twice a day.
Whoa! Double shock.
Now I gotta agree with them. Now I don't know if they have the annual up there, maybe because it's that's where she announces she's spoilers pregnant.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta say this is probably my number one comic book of the year.
It's up there for me. It's definitely in the top 5.
Definitely best ongoing series for categories. Best ongoing.
It's one of them for me. It's one of 2 or 3 for me. So yeah, wow. What does it have to say about it? Wally West has been through the ringer in recent years at DC. Yes, that's very true. Jeremy Adams gave him and readers a much-needed break from all the horrors to focus on Wally and the Flash family. Heading into 2023, yeah, you're right. That's probably why they included that one, because Linda announces that she's pregnant and has speedster powers. So, but that's next year. This year, Adams and Fernando Passarin created a truly enjoyable superhero comic with emotional stakes, exciting character choices, and jumping on points for new readers. Yeah, it did seem like that. It did seem like really accessible if you were brand new and had never read a Flash book before.
And I hear people complain about it. It's so simple. It's not like it's like, dude, it's like
not every book has to be a Chris Nolan movie. Like, simplicity is bliss, y'all.
All right.
No,
all right, Mary Sue.
Sue.
They're both bliss. Maybe there's a meaning in there if they're both mistaken for bliss.
All right, and this stars the guy from Fifth Element.
I have not heard about this one.
I don't know.
Divers.
I'm just joking because of the guy's hairstyle.
Oh, but wait. It says, does the story involve killing Columbus?
Let's see here.
Yep.
You want to say your own? You want to say that? Are you reading off of my screen or you have your own screen?
No, I'm reading off of your screen.
Okay. All right. So, all right. The goal is not that just okay. The time travel in 1942 to kill Christopher Columbus. You are right.
Yep. Nailed it. You know what happens if you kill Columbus? It just takes us that much longer to find America. Like, people still die. Like, the tribes in Central America were very violent and would have killed each other anyway. So, wow. The goal is not just to assassinate, but to stop the United States of America from forming at all. Wow.
Right?
Wow. And that beat the Flash.
Immortal X-Men. Of course.
I have not read this.
I'm surprised it's not number one.
The honeymoon phase on Krakoa.
I'm just sorry. I just can't go with Colossus having a beard.
That's what bothers you? Colossus having a beard is what bothers you?
The most is this. The hair. It should be
What's
silver.
wrong with Kitty Pryde?
Where is Kitty Pryde? Oh, yeah, she's right behind Emma.
No,
Nothing's wrong
Colossus
with her.
having a beard.
Oh. Well, Colossus isn't gay. That was the Ultimate Colossus.
Yet.
No, they actually did do gay Colossus in the Ultimate Universe.
Yet.
And they'll do one in this universe too.
I like how Lockheed is featured prominently on that cover. You almost never see Lockheed mentioned in the story at all. Yes, MK, I guess that is supposed to be an homage of The Last Supper.
Of course it is, yeah.
So, all right. Know Your Station, number 1.
All right. Written by Sarah Gailey and drawn by Alina Kangas or Kangas?
Kangas, maybe?
Yes. Kangas. All right. It introduces a world which the wealthiest people on Earth have abandoned and ravaged its shores for space, leaving behind anyone who can afford first class ticket to a brand new colony of stars. Oh, so it's like Lost in Space on Netflix.
Yeah. Except probably, I'm sure Lost in Space is better.
All right. So the series follows at least an employee who gets involved in a murder investigation where the kills doesn't follow the pattern, except that the victims are all despised 1%.
Oh, so we're killing off the rich people in this one. Okay, so far we've had kill Columbus, capitalism is bad, kill the 1%. How many more? Like, we should have made a bingo board before we did this. And we've had like 5 or 6 like queer coded ones. We really should have done like a bingo next year. I'm gonna write down a note for next year when we do Mary Sue's best comics of 2023. I'm gonna have a bingo board set up.
Or we could just be like Crowder, watch CNN, and every time they say a certain Trump, or they say
take a drink.
January 6th, you just take.
It'll
Yeah,
put
but that's already reserved for post-crisis and Chuck Dixon.
I'm all out. I had 2 drink receptacles here, and they're both empty.
All right. All right. Always never. Europe comics. Okay.
Okay.
Small city mayor Anna and bookstore owner, physicist and traveler Zeno. That's a really weird name. For all to purposes, shouldn't have been able to make the romance work across the years and miles of frequently separated. Blah blah. Written by Spanish cartoonist Jordi Lefebvre and illustrated by Lefebvre
Lefebvre. I think it's Lefebvre.
Clemens
Clement. Clement Sapin. I don't know. They're Spanish.
You're butchering their language, bro.
I'm sorry. I was trying to come at it from a French-ish side of things, but okay.
Then you have to talk like a frog.
Yeah.
I thought our resident frog was Austrian.
There we go.
Wow.
That was me in high school. Now I'm a guy with a beard and a backwards cap. Getting spacers in my ears.
And those checkered van shoes. All right, so I'll put in this one on the bingo board too. This is our first T of the LGBT acronym comic. Good Lord.
Traditional queer and trans graphic memoirs explore key moments in authors' histories. Cartoonist Lewis Hancock presents Welcome to St. Hell, My Trans Teen Misadventure. In which he, or is it she? We don't know. But they narrates them.
They, them.
I know, it's just going to keep using all the pronouns.
My goodness. And this beat the Flash and the Fantastic Four and Superman.
Of course. If Jeremy Adams was number one, someone would be getting fired from this website.
Probably.
Because it's a straight white man. All right. But talk to my back. Okay. Cool. And I'll just scroll past your back.
Okay.
All right.
Wait,
it's a new translation of a book that's like 4 years old.
My gosh. Yeah, 1981 through 1984. Again, disqualified. This is not new. Come on, Mary Sue. Follow the rules. 2022. The liminal zone.
This is a manga.
Oh, okay.
Not even a comic book. It's a manga.
Well, no, it could be a comic.
They have graphic novels on the list, so.
Yeah.
4 new stories exploring some of Japan's most famous mythos, and one a couple that sparks a train in a small town in Italy encounters a weeping woman who changes them forever. And because she probably has an affair with the guy's wife.
It looks like it's a horror, like a Japanese horror story anthology.
Who knows?
Yeah.
There's a Frankenstein manga I saw. I was at the store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's because one of the big box comic book store I go to, the other one has manga on one side and comic books on the other side.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey, it has that one of those Paul peoples, the twins.
Yeah.
In a couple visits the infamous. And...
Oh yeah, the Suicide Force, or I'm sorry, I'm probably not supposed to say that. The self deletion force.
Wait, you mean the Paul Logan?
Yeah.
One of the two. I forgot.
Yeah,
which one was Paul.
I think it was Paul. Yeah, the one that he got in trouble to go in and he videotaped that.
They're
like
both,
that whole story.
They're both Pauls.
Are they?
Yeah, like they're twins. One's Paul, one's something Paul, one's the other Paul.
Logan Paul. That's gonna bother me. I think one of them was dating the actress from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Chloe Bennett.
Yeah. Let's see, what's his brother's name? There's Logan Paul. It's Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
I just remember that being Logan Paul, and like I was like, oh my gosh, it's like I was like, and I was curious, why is he being canceled? This guy, other than because he's an idiot and get to begin with. So I was like, why are they canceled? Because he wanted the Suicide Force recorded, and apparently he was laughing because like, oh my god, he's a dead body. I remember that.
Yeah.
You want to learn about that? Through PewDiePie, because he's a classy guy. So.
He's a big brain.
He's very big brain. Just 1 second.
All
The small
right.
PP.
Small PP, big brain. Number 7, Frizzy. A middle schooler who just wants to read and hang out with her best friend. Okay, so nothing seemingly offensive at first glance on number 7.
And my nose is all plugged up, man.
All that snow getting to you?
No, it's just dry in my house.
Oh, okay.
The fun snow or the cold snow?
Well, wind chill's negative 35. And then even if I only have 4 inches of snow here, they're talking about like 50. It goes up to 50 miles per hour winds on Friday, where there's no snow, because it's only supposed to snow on Thursday. That's all the snow is going to come. Whatever's going to drop down Thursday night, and then Friday and Saturday it's just blowing wind. So you're going to have drifts from anywhere to 4 feet or higher, depending on where it comes. I mean, because my house faces towards the west. If the wind's out of the north, my driveway's gone. So I gotta go early Sunday morning where there's no wind, so I can just clear the driveway off, so I can go for Christmas somewhere if I want to. But the high on Christmas is 12, and the low is like negative something. All right, so in Frizzy out there, yeah, you just read that off. Says her mother, Paula, says Marlene needs to focus on schools and start becoming who she's with an adult. In which her eyes mean taking Marlene to the salon every week and to have her curls straight to look that's more presentable. All right, so where's the fault in this so far? It just seems like a normal book.
Here's it. It's discrimination and anti-blackness. Okay, so there's another one for the bingos, right there. All right. Squire is a fantasy book where there is no magic.
But the absence is hardly noticeable once you enter its rich and beautiful world. Squire follows a young. Can I use that word? Is that politically correct?
Wait, I'm trying to follow. Hang on. Squire follows a young Arab girl named.
Oh, you said it. You're the racist. So
I said, yeah. Well, what else is new around here? Oh, yeah. This is the girl that wants like the high-ranking, like manly job, and she wants to probably prove that she could do it better than the men. So there's another one.
Received an actual and Middle Eastern history. All right. Did people get stoned? Did people get stoned to death in that book?
Only if they're gay.
All right.
Well, or a woman. Women did it. They stoned women too.
They just throw them off the roofs.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah. Okay.
Why waste a good rock, right? Wow. Watched it.
Not gonna laugh at that. Wash Day Diaries.
Yes, Wash Day Diaries.
We're in the top 5, folks, and I don't recognize any of these. What are they reading at the Mary Sue?
I want to go back to Mariah's comment. She says, likely the title of the character Frizzy was bullied for hair. No,
she wasn't wrong.
It's because she's black.
Well, she wasn't wrong. What was it, like her mom or somebody wanted her to like straighten her hair out? I mean, in a sense, Maranya was not wrong.
Her mom is just being a normal mom. Just wanted, just
yeah.
But all right, so Cookie, Davine, and Kim and Tanisha across 5 connected short stories. All right, they're best friends. That's great. Each one follows a group through their daily lives in the Bronx. This is gonna go bad.
Oh, keep going.
And particular focus on their individual and shared experiences with black hair care. Oh, it's Frizzy Part 2.
It's the same genre.
For each story, it's seen through the window of the individualized hair routines, which also include the actual acts of washing and conditioning and nourishing the hair itself.
Oh my gosh!
I should give this book to Angleton.
This is less comic book and more hair washing tutorial.
So not only do you got they want to diversify everything. So instead of having individual people, with different hairstyles, they just took everybody who's the same kind of race and just have like, well, my hair is like no.
Well, there are different hairstyles and there are different ways that black people do their hair and
we do dreads, we do the poof, or we do straightener. It's like, okay. Yeah. All right, moving on to Ducks. Yes. 2 years in the oil sands.
Is this going to be an anti-pollution comic?
Which years were though? Because this is actually an IGN's list.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. All right. Okay. This hardcover is a whopping 436 pages, and the scope of storytelling explorers begins time working in the oil sands of Alberta in the early aughts before she became a cartoonist, and it says brutally critical of the oil industry and
nailed it. I bet you it's a very green book.
Of course it is.
I mean, not the actual color of the book, but the theme, I mean.
I've never even heard of this.
I've never heard of this one either. An autistic comic anthology.
Moving on.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean,
all right. So,
who is Bex Allerton? I've never heard of Bex Allerton.
Bex Allerton, is that what it says?
That's who, edited and coordinated by,
I don't know. 30 autistic creators exploring, basically little short comics, exploring their experiences moving through the world that mostly misunderstands, ignores, and okay, good night. I don't ignore.
I know people who are autistic, and they're not ignored or hated against at all.
They're the most catered to people in the world.
No, not the most catered to. I think there's more. I think there's a lot more.
Okay, sorry, the paraplegic
groups. Paraplegic? No. Anyway, that's right. Okay. That's something. Number 2, still on books I've never heard of.
Abraham's Comic Arts. Like, see that? Did we lose Evil Black Cat? He's just so quiet. Or is he writing down? He's making a list of the books he wants to get now.
Maybe.
No, nothing to make fun of yet.
Nothing to make fun
of. She Eats the Night. Oh, it's about Lizzo.
No, then it wouldn't be the night. It would be everything.
Fantasy horror graphic novel trilogy that explores generational trauma and family legacy through the lens of 2 kids just trying to keep their restaurant open during COVID-19.
There's another one.
Chinese American twins. They're Americans. Yeah. Well.
Millie and Billy.
I know, right?
Boy.
All right.
Okay.
Enlist her adult children to help her clean up the obviously haunted house across the street. The single actor reveals dark family secrets, and neither the twin is prepared to learn that they're actually American and not Chinese American.
Oh my goodness! I'm so glad I bought the books that I did this week so I can cleanse my mind.
Though,
I've heard of this one.
This is 2021 though.
Yeah, oh, you're right. It was serialized in 2020. Their number 1 book, and it's not even written this year. And that's the 3rd time that's happened on this list, is they took a book that was written and published prior and just reprinted or collected. Oh my gosh. Mary Sue. Sweet, sweet Mary Sue. You did not understand the assignment. Wow. How does being collected in trade paperback qualify it for the list?
Because it came out this year and a draft novel.
It was written in 21. Okay, so that's like saying that like Hickman's Fantastic Four, like if the omnibus of Hickman's Fantastic Four came out this year,
actually, I know what you're gonna say, yeah, because Executioner's Song Epic Collection is the best book of the year because it's
It doesn't make just because it was written, just because it was collected into a hardcover or a trade this year.
Invaders Omnibus is the best book of the year.
No, it's not, because it was written back in the 70s or 60s. I don't know. If Breen's here, he can correct me. That ticks. Samantha Puck, you have failed.
Why did you put on fat?
Well, fat is like a badge of honor now until you
Apparently
die
it is.
prematurely.
I've had 4 strokes. Give me a hell yeah, bro. It's like, so you're gonna any medical disorder you have now, like it's like near fatal. It's like they're just gonna virtually like, dude, I've had like 4 heart attacks, but I'm proud.
Okay, stop. The bottom sentence. When she's not working or writing, she loves spending time with her cats.
Reading and perfecting her grilled cheese recipe.
It's always that's all they're gonna have. Those poor cats. But also, that's everyone that's like this has cats. That's the common denominator here.
Wow,
they don't have anybody else at home except their cats.
Well, the reason they have cats because cats can take care of themselves. The dog would be starved to death.
Oh, maybe. Okay, I lasted through 20 comics. Well, 15 I never heard of. And, oh boy. Okay, can we talk about good ones now? Please? I need to talk about good books. Right. Oh, hi, Eloise. I can just... there's a vein behind my eye that's like throbbing in pain.
You'll be fine.
I'll be okay. I need more.
JRX nurse, she's not Chinese.
Oh! Good one. That was a good one.
Well, maybe she goes to Taco Bell.
They don't use dogs for Taco Bell meat. They use, like, rats. Maybe. I don't know.
Sure.
Have you ever seen dogs near Taco Bells?
I've seen raccoons near Taco Bell. But no, not dogs. That is true.
Well, it's because you don't like raccoons. Doesn't mean to talk about it on the show. All right, so the best books of this year so far. Oof. I guess I still gotta say I'm really enjoying Flash. Still going on this year. We have why did Taco Bell mascot disappear? Old age.
Oh, that poor Chihuahua.
Old age, and then well, that doesn't stop them at Taco Bell. It's pretty much old age food anyway. So
that's true. Doesn't last very long.
So books of this year, I gotta say I'm enjoyed the Flash. Definitely for my constantly ongoing, dude. It's been going strong since 2016, man.
Well, but we're talking about this year, though.
I know, but I'm just saying those whole entire year it's been fun.
Okay, don't make the same mistake Mary Sue did.
Well, no, I'm just saying that's how impressive it is. That's why I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Flash, you could possibly make a case has been going strong since 2010-ish. No, before Flashpoint it was good too. When they first brought back Barry and they were building up to Flashpoint and they introduced the Future Rogues. I forgot what the team was called.
Oh,
that's right. Yeah, because Barry came back. Because that was right before Blackest Night, I think, when Barry came back. I think it was like Dark Crisis or somewhere around there.
Dark Crisis was this year.
Oh, not Dark Crisis. Shoot, Final Crisis.
Final Crisis.
Weren't they just called the Rogues because he had Commander Cold and all that stuff?
I think Commander Cold was during
Josh Williams. No, but it wasn't that a callback to those characters, same characters.
I think that was during Rebirth.
But
which one? I got cut out for a minute there.
Oh, so the Rogues that were mentioned back in the
Renegades. No, they were the Renegades.
Renegades, yes, yeah, the Renegades. But he had Commander Cold.
Yeah, that was introduced when Barry first came back.
Oh yeah, because that's what that's callback then, the Rebirth. So I remember reading that, and I was like, oh, I thought I'd never heard of them before because I've never read before Flashpoint. I didn't read New 52 Flash.
New 52 was after Flashpoint.
Well, I'm just saying I didn't read the Flashpoint. I watched the movie, whatever. So, all right. So, other than that, ongoing as far as well, Firepower. It's
Yes.
been one of the number ones I'm enjoying. There's also man,
Wow. You
I'm trying to
haven't.
think.
All right.
On,
So while you're thinking, so ongoing, uh, it was earlier this year and it got canceled at the beginning of the year, but I'll still count it. Black Widow was still a lot of fun to read. That was still
True,
going strong. I kind of miss Black Widow, to be
but
honest. It was
yeah,
attractive. The stories were good. Um, the covers by Adam Hughes were fantastic. Uh, I've been liking a lot of the Donny Cates stuff. When he was on Thor and Hulk, especially the crossover, the Banner of War story that we had during the summer was really good. Just Thor and Hulk, just a good old fashioned comic beat 'em up story was a lot of fun. Jed McKay's Moon Knight has been entertaining as well. I've been enjoying that one. It's had its ups and downs, but I think it's had more ups than downs, honestly. Um, so yeah, I've really been liking that one. And but the big one, I'm surprised you haven't brought up yet, Vinkman. World's Finest.
huh?
Batman
Yeah,
Superman
yeah,
World's Finest. That started this year.
yeah. I'm going through my collection of books I got this year because you can do it by newest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to figure out.
And
Um,
just a little sneak preview for y'all for tomorrow. This one right here. I would say this and Flash are probably tied for best ongoing book of this Flash and Firepower. I would say for ongoings of 2022.
I get this going here. Presents here and so this was ongoing here because I went here for basically by the list,
Uh,
so I can figure out what I came out this year and stuff.
oh, okay.
Batman, yeah. So man, so Airboy this came out 2 issues. Continue, it's ongoing from 1989, I think it was.
Yeah.
But that's been fun. I'm trying to go through here. What we got here? They're the ones I've been collecting here. So basically, man, Berserker isn't all right. Trying to find one that's actually from this year that I actually really enjoyed.
You've had Batman from Zdarsky.
Yep,
Uh,
Erratic is what I've been getting.
Erratic. Yeah.
This is from my personal collection. This titles. Yeah, Erratic is recharged. Has been fun. DC is just kind of taking its toll on me. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Yes. What else we got in here? And I think that's new series I've been reading was Holiday by Charles Soule. That's been fun.
Okay.
What else we got here? Oh yeah, Lord of the Jungle. If you haven't been reading that, check that out. That's been a cool book. I don't have any particular order as far as ranking down, whatever. But I mean, because
Yeah.
I'm just curious. If anybody who's watching or now, what are your favorite books of the year?
Yeah,
There's
right.
JSA, there's Junkyard Joe over there.
Yep.
Yep.
Junkyard Joe. JSA finally launched.
Yeah.
Yep.
King Spawn, I didn't care for. I mean, like I picked up the first issue, whatever, one shot.
Uh huh.
But
Scorched has been good. I've been liking Scorched. Yeah.
All right. So then, you know what actually surprised me was this Monica Rambeau Photon.
Yeah, that one sounded. Yeah, that one. I think that surprised Breen when you were talking about it.
Yep. So Monica Rambeau Photon. Mark Millar just came out with a book called Nightclub.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good book. Good first issue.
Great.
Yeah.
The new champion of Shazam. It's been fun too. That's another fun book.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be one more issue coming out. Unless it got canceled.
What was that? Doc Shaner is the artist, right? Or is he the writer? Evan Shaner?
Doc Shaner is the artist.
Oh, okay, he's the artist. Okay.
Project Superpowers, Fractured States. That was alright. But Public Domain. Check that out if you haven't checked that out at all. Rocketeer was alright.
I liked Rocketeer. I forgot about it, actually. I forgot it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Stargirl: The Lost Children. It's currently out right now. That's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Turtles.
She-Hulk's been pretty good. It
Yeah,
hasn't been offensive or anything, but it's hadn't been the best, but it hadn't been bad either. So it gets a mention. I'll give it a mention for that.
Yeah. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I've been reading those. Those are fun series. Vampires Carmella. That's not new this year. It started last year, but it's still ongoing. It's fun.
Speaking of fun, Exterminators.
Yeah.
I need to add that one to my list. I forgot about that one.
Exterminators was great. Vampiro Rod Sonia, that is Dan Abnett. Writing it, it's just fun, man. It's just Town Called Terror, another great book. That's by the guy who basically created 30 Days a Night.
Mm-hmm.
Came back, and it's supposed to conclude next year, I think. It's the first arc. Then we're starting to get into basically Extreme X-Men. That's another one I read.
Yeah.
Zero you could skip. I picked this up. It was not good.
The volume 0.
Yeah. Void Song. 3-issue little. I guess you call it a miniseries. It's a Black Label.
Yeah, I guess so.
Fun. It was fun. Aquaman Andromeda was great too. That's Ram V.
Very cool.
Skip Barbarella. I picked it up because I was like, oh, I'll try it out. It's like they're gonna actually have like a chick, and dynamite, and but then turned out to just there was no plot, bro.
Yeah.
Like, this give me all you have to do is give me a pinup book, because that's basically what this book is.
Yeah. Like, Beyond the White Knight.
Yep. Batman Beyond the White Knight was great. New Year was cool too. That's basically takes place after Bruce Wayne's dead, after he dies. Terry had to deal with a new threat where basically he cannot use the technology with the bat suit, because the person that controls AI, they can basically hack into everything.
Yeah.
Even the technology. So he basically goes old school. He goes analog. It was great. Because usually Terry just flies with the jet boots and the glides. He actually had to use a grappling gun. So, which he's used before in some stuff. So I think he dressed up as Nightwing in one of the volumes.
Oh, cool.
In the animated one, he wore Nightwing's domino mask.
Yeah, and then in the comic books, he actually put on the costume and scuffed his face up a little bit. Batman Red Hood was okay. I really enjoyed the Batman One Dark Knight. That's the Jacques one.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a fun book. It went for 3 books. Bell has been this ongoing. These are the quarterlies and stuff. You get these like 32 pages, or sometimes you get 72 pages. It's like I said, it's just a fun character. It's for Xenoscope. So if you like Black Widow, this is kind of like Black Widow in a sense, but more of that she's kind of like I don't know. It's almost like a Spider-Man thing. Trope is like, hey, what could go wrong? Oh, crap. Yeah. Black Widow's on there too. Ben Reilly's Spider-Man. You're looking for that? That's the one of those little 5-issue series that go back to back in the 90s. Same creative team, J. DeMatteis, and it was a fun story. And this is Ben, not Peter. This is actually Ben Reilly. Blue and Gold. I think that ended this year.
Yeah, I think it started late last year, and then it went all the way into this year.
So that doesn't really count. Chilling Tales of Salem was a fun little adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Where the cat got revenge. He saved so the dogs, because All right. DC versus Vampires. You can read at your own leisure. I'm only getting the last issue because I have all the other ones.
I stopped after I think issue 9 or 10. Like, it went way too long. They announced it right before Halloween, and then rather than just release the whole story at Halloween, they stretched it. It's like the long Halloween. like that Batman story, except Long Halloween was much better written.
Zach did a video counting the number of times Monica is complimented in the book.
He must be talking about another Zach, because it's not me.
No, I think your boy Zach.
The fake Zach.
Yeah, our Zach wouldn't dream of touching that book.
So Dark Crisis, the Dark Army is another one that surprised me. Mark Waid one shot.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was back to basically old school Damien, like, you know, and just be like telling people what to do.
Yeah,
and they're like begrudgingly have to listen to this kid. He's like, he talks down the power girl, even though she's taller than him.
Yep.
The only point with this was the art, because he went from being like,
yeah, it was a bunch of different artists.
14 to like 20 years old to like down to 14 again.
Yeah.
At this point, just age him up.
If they age him up, the weirdos on Twitter would try to hook him up with John.
They can't, because John's got Bernard. Or no, who's John with?
John's with Gossamer, pink-haired boy.
What's his real name?
Nakamura, Jay Nakamura.
Oh, Jay Nakamura. Isn't that an artist?
No, that's the reporter, the terrorist kid.
No, but Nakamura sounds like one of the artists that does stuff.
I don't think so.
Nakamura Square or Tao or something.
I don't know.
Maybe that's why his name is Nakamura.
All right. Devil's Reign was okay.
I like Devil's Reign.
The crossover I got this. It was the crossover mini event was the Suicide Squad one.
Oh, the War for Earth 3?
Yeah, that was all right.
Yeah.
Dynamite Never Dies. Oh man, if you've never read these, that was the final chapter. Or actually, sorry. Yeah, there was the final chapter because they went Dynamite. The Dynamite dies, or actually no, it was Dynamite. The Dynamite lives. Now Dynamite Never Dies. Such a fun crossover event for Dynamites. Even if you don't read all the Dynamite books, it brings the characters in. You get a sense of who they are. Like the second volume they brought in Ash on comics. Just kidding. They brought in the real Ash, Ash Williams. Mm-hmm. They even had Jennifer Blood pop up for a while, and I said like it's Red Sonja, Evil, and with the Chaos characters, Evil Ernie. You get the little button character, and then you get like pretty much everyone they've ever had on the Dynamite book pops up, including Tarzan. Conan the Barbarian was not allowed because they don't have rights. But that's another fun book. Creative new in indie books for ongoing right now is Frankenstein: The New World. That's been a fun book. Gambit and again as well. Chris Claremont, Peter David. These are little callback books. These are fun too. All right. I don't know. Can you guys see this stuff, or is this too small?
I can see it.
All right.
Just I'm not really counting a lot of miniseries when I'm doing my list. Like looking at mine, sure. Yeah. I have like maybe one or two that might be counted as miniseries. But yeah, I know a lot of these I've heard you talk about. I've heard you say like really good things.
Hawk the Slayer, that came out this year. I'm so mad because I only got 1 in 5. I don't have 2, 3, 4, so I can't really read the rest of them because it's yeah. So I'm waiting for the trade to come out. But that is the Rebellion, and it's Garth Ennis publishing, and Garth Ennis is writing it. If you've ever watched the original one, it keeps the same trope of the movie. And continues the story. It's basically, and the great thing about it is Garth Ennis is a huge fan of the movie, so he kept it true to basically events. Curious to see if they'll bring back Jack Palance's character in this. But overall, though, fun book. Hellboy and the BPRB 1957 was like a little one shot. That was a fun story. Hit Me. Now that is that was unexpected. That's by I think it's Christina Faust or Krista Faust.
Mm-hmm.
But a girl, basically, her job is she's into like she lets people beat her up, pretty much. They pay her, and they get to smack her around. She gets involved when one of her clients, ends up ending up dead. She's on the run. Her a guy who basically wants to be her boyfriend, but she's not into that. She doesn't want to be attached to anybody. But nice little story. I like the 5 issues. All right, so then we have John Carter of Mars. John Carter of Mars here. Not the best book, but that book though, the artist though, you can tell by the cover, and the interior art is done by the guy who's currently doing the art for Gargoyles.
Really?
Out of something shitty comes something good. Another book by the same artist. Isn't that crazy? In the same year.
Bizarre.
Like, right? It's like Ryan Rossmo, like doing good art on another book.
Look, it just backs up. What does he say? There's no bad character. Only you just have to find the right creator for the right title or the right book. So that's something. That's bizarre. I did not know that.
Oh, I didn't see you popped in there. Hello, little Rhaegar. How's it going? All right. And after the stream, I'll tuck you in, little Rhaegar. I'll give you a little treat. All right. Going on there. Just Like Infinity, which is a continuation of the cartoon, right? Is it no?
Yeah, it's like a sequel to the animated series. Yeah. I forgot that was this year. I thought it was all wrapped up last year.
Maybe it was. I don't know. It says 2001 and 2022. I think it wrapped up this year.
Okay.
Life Zero, a little zombie book. If you like Chichello's arts and different spin on the zombies.
It is one that I have read and I highly recommend it.
Yeah, it is devastating. It's just emotional roller coaster. You're like in one minute, like, oh, it's great, and then it's like, oh, this punch you in the gut again, and it does it multiple times. This is like a bipolar emotional train. All right. Invaders Omnibus, that was already. It came out this year.
Yeah.
The New Golden Age, which is the one shot, leads into
the one shot from DC. Yeah.
Fun. I forgot about that. The Orange of the Marvel comics. Yeah. X-Men #1, Fantastic Four #1, Avengers #1, and Amazing Fantasy 15.
I'm not counting those, sir. That's Mary Sue. That's a Mary Sue tactic. Can't take something that was printed 5 decades ago and put it in this.
So also we got Peacemaker, Disturbing the Peace one shot by Garth Ennis, and that one shot was better than the whole entire series. Sorry, but this was your serious Peacemaker, not your dumbass one they have in the show. All right. We could hear Robin was a good comic, on and off this year,
Yeah, the Joshua Williamson run, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
All right, what else you got here? That was the Shadow War. That was the other one going on with Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Did you read that at all?
No, I didn't. It's on the list. I'll have to get to it eventually, but I read like 1 or 2 tie-ins to it. I think where Robin tied in with it, I read, but I didn't read like the whole story. I know the outcome. I know stuff that came from it.
Yeah.
I didn't read the whole thing from beginning to end.
Yeah, Shadow War was basically Rachel Gold is shot and killed, and they believe it to be Deathstroke. Turns out Deathstroke didn't do it, and Batman has to try and stop the League of Assassins from going after I guess whatever I forgot what they're called, the Cabal or something. I don't know.
Well, wasn't Deathstroke about to lead the Legion of Doom? Or he wasn't leading them yet, I don't think.
No, he wasn't Legion of Doom, but he had like
he had a team. Yeah, he had like a group. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, fun series, and I believe Dan Moore was doing the art, wasn't he?
Maybe. No, I don't think he was doing art for the whole thing.
Not the whole thing, but in
maybe like a couple of certain issues.
So. All right, She-Ra wrapped up this year too. That was a fun series.
Yeah.
dinosaurs, babes in loincloths, and
Nazi submarines.
yes, not Nazi submarines.
Yep.
All right. What else came out this
Hey,
week?
your Vendetti, Superman 78.
That wrapped up this year. Started
Yeah.
last year. Now, against what Marani says, I know Marani, we're going to disagree on this. We're just going to agree to disagree because, dude, I enjoyed the art on this, and I enjoyed the story. You got the classic Gene Hackman and Lex Luthor. It felt like, original take on Brainiac. It wasn't bad, but I love the writing, and I love the art was good.
And he is planning a sequel series.
Exactly. All right. What else we got here? Like I said, I was reading a lot of stuff. I started getting into more of the Van Helsing stuff through.
Yeah, I see that.
So,
yeah.
That's Leslie Van Helsing. She's the great granddaughter of Abraham Van Helsing. Goes around just killing monsters and vampires.
Yeah.
And it's steampunk technology.
Always fun.
Yes. All right. Let's Wolverine patch. Larry Hama doing a little throwback series here. Surprisingly, it was pretty good. There was only one line in like one of the things about one of the gender of the kid, like, oh, the child has no gender. It's like, well, whatever, I don't care. But other than that, Wolverine chopping up people running in there for lives because there's a demon in the jungle, just killing them. House of 92.
House of 92. Yeah, that was a fun miniseries.
Yeah.
That is what Hoxpox should have been. It took all those big stories that Marvel spends a year on each, and it condenses them to one comic issue that is infinitely more enjoyable than the entire original event. So like X of Swords or Ten of Swords originally went way too long, way too boring. And this, it's one issue, and it's actually entertaining to read. And it made Deadpool cameos fun again. I was getting tired of Deadpool cameos until that book.
You know what? Deadpool Bad Blood. They released it for the first time in floppies. It's out in the trade, but it came as floppies.
Nope, we're not counting it. We're not counting it. Also, you know what's not on this list, though, that should be on ours when we're talking about best books of the year?
Well, we'll get to your list. I'm almost done with mine.
It's not on my list, but it should be. Common America had that new book drop this year, Volume 6.
They're like Volume 5 as well, didn't they?
It might have been 5 and 6. Yeah, it might have been. They do like 2 or 3 books a year. So, yeah.
And then we also have Common America and Soulfinder.
Yep.
Black Ops, Soulfinder.
Yep. The 3-way crossover, yeah.
Yeah, it's the 3-way you've always wanted.
No.
Doug, Mark, and Tim together.
I was going to say a priest, a rabbit, and a superhero gal. It's like that's not what anybody wanted.
Who gets to hold the rabbit?
I don't like this conversation. I'm sorry I brought it up.
We'll hop right off of it.
Okay.
All right. Didn't come out this last year. This was continues. Avengers continues, but come back next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been looking at the previews for this stuff, and it looks pretty cool. And I love they're actually introducing characters into like the animated. This is the animated universe,
right?
So they're introducing characters into this that have never been in there. Like the first volume of this had Deathstroke introduced, and with Wrong with Ravager.
Oh, okay.
So, and while they're doing the second series here, they had the Court of Owls.
Oh, very cool.
And
okay.
And then Tyler Templeton, he had cancer. He had to go for treatment.
Right.
I think it was beginning of this year or last year. I think it was beginning of this year.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and which he's cancer free, which is really awesome. I'm not sure if he's returning the draw, but the guy that replaced him was pretty cool. All right, and almost done. Yeah, we're going into 2021s now.
Yeah, I recognize some of these.
All right, so let's look at your list. Do you have anything for this year?
Yeah, I wrote mine down.
You don't add books to your pull list on the Comic Geeks?
No, I didn't have that pulled up. I just kind
Oh.
of went through. No, I didn't do that. I just went through and I just found books from this year. So no, in no particular order. For this year, like Exterminators, we talked about. That's been a really fun, cheesecakey, just a blast to read. Black Widow ended earlier this year, but it was still coming out this year. So I do want to count Black Widow. That was an enjoyable ongoing for as long as it lasted. Fantastic Four Full Circle, like Mary Sue had. Really great Fantastic Four story by Alex Ross. Really felt like reading an old school like Lee and Kirby story. Really, really good. I highly recommend it if you haven't read it yet. Flashpoint, or Flashpoint Beyond, I should say. Uh, you know, the first book I think Jeff Johns did when he started coming back to DC this year. Well, he did write the Stargirl Spring Break book, but that was like 2 years ago. But yeah, I didn't like the original Flashpoint event, but I really liked this miniseries. It's like a 5-issue miniseries, and it kind of ties in a lot with what he's doing with DC Comics right now with Justice Society and Stargirl. So that was, and even into, there were parts of it that went into like Dark Crisis. So Flashpoint Beyond was good. Moon Knight, I mentioned earlier, the Jed MacKay series. It's been consistently an enjoyable read. I've been really liking Moon Knight a lot. The art's been good. It's one of Jed MacKay's best ongoings, I think, that he's got going on at Marvel Comics right now. It's actually got me curious. I think there's a new Doctor Strange comic that starts, I think, next week or the week after that he's writing, and I might want to give that a try. I also mentioned this. I liked Donny Cates when he had Thor and Hulk crossover for a couple of months, and he had that big like 5-issue story arc going on with them. That was a lot of fun to read. DC 3 started, a few months back. I've been loving the DC stories. It's probably the best thing that Tom Taylor has written under DC's title. So that's been a lot of fun. What else do I have here? Down in the top 3, yeah, Firepower. It came back. It wrapped up its first big story arc. It's on hiatus now. I don't think it's canceled. They would have said something if it was canceled, I think. But Kirkman and Chris Samney, Robert Kirkman and Chris Samney, just did write a fantastic story with Firepower. If you're not reading it, but you like a good comic, great art, action, family dynamics, fun characters, really, really good. I highly recommend Firepower. It's probably my favorite indie book that's going on right now. And then my top 2, it's almost, I almost hate to put one above the other, but World's Finest, Batman Superman World's Finest with Mark Waid and Dan Mora, started this year, and it's been fantastic. I just read issue number 10.
Right.
Loved issue number 10. Had a little bit of a different tone. It was a little bit more serious, I feel like, in certain spots. But I've been loving it. Each issue of World's Finest has been fantastic, and it's second only to The Flash by Jeremy Adams and Fernando Passarin, I want to say is his name. Yeah, just been a fantastic book. I've been loving it. Joshua Williamson Flash is great, but Jeremy Adams has just been blowing me away with each issue that he does of the Flash. I tweeted one of the panels, probably my favorite panel or page rather, that I've read in a comic in it's got to be at least months. I just thought it was a really, really cool, inspirational almost, the speech that Wally West is given. Really good stuff. So yeah, if there's 2 comics from DC that I recommend reading, it's Flash and World's Finest. And there's other DC books that are good, like Batman, Detective Comics, Action Comics are all good reads, but those 2, Flash and World's Finest, are the best of the best right now. So, and they're the top 2 books I have for 2022.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then, like I just said, the Common America, and then the Soul Finder Black Ops Common America crossover that came out this year, also fantastic, also a great read. So I think they've got the reservation list. Like you can go and you can like reserve, or you can sign up to be alerted whenever their campaign goes up for the next issue. which
Right.
I'm looking forward to already.
Yeah, I was looking at stuff that came out today. Forgot.
Mhm.
Got the new Berserker box.
Oh,
So that's the lid.
oh, very cool.
So I got that
I
today.
need to get a new short box.
I'm always looking for sheriff box, I'm like, I figured like, at least I can tell which, because I'm starting to put them in the box I have. I got all the Batmans are in the Batman box. I got the
Right.
Berserker, so I at least have an idea where they are.
Yeah, that's what I try to do. Also, I try to coordinate them.
So I got this today.
Ooh,
It's not oversized like I thought it was gonna be, but it's a deluxe edition, so pretty decent size.
yeah.
So it's kind of happy I got this. Like I said, this is this is Jerry Ordway, Roger Stern, Dan Jurgens, and Lee Simonson. Collects Action Comics 683, 84, Adventures Superman 496, 97, Superman 73, 75, Superman Man of Steel 17 and 19, and then Justice League America number 69, and then the News Time Life and the Death of Superman in the 2003's 2003 miniseries Superman Day of Doom. So I thought I was going to have the new one. It doesn't have it in there. It's okay though. I got it in there. So
Yeah.
that's it. But I've never read the 2003 one, Superman Day of Doom, which revisits the anniversary of the death of the Man of Steel from the eyes of the citizens of Metropolis.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of cool. So and like I said, it has a score in there. Oh my gosh, Zach! Zach, you know what this is? You know what this is, Zach?
I don't have anything to drink. I don't have anything. I'm all out. I'm dry.
You know what though? And so Undead Gwen's bringing up some cool stuff too, because I forgot about that too. He's talking about
Yeah, he's categorizing them.
yeah. So Do a
This is
Power
good.
Bomb, which I've heard from everybody is a really good book.
Yeah.
And we also has he brings up Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider, I've been hearing him a lot talking about this.
I've been hearing that too. Like almost every week there's a new issue. I hear somebody bring it up over on Wes's channel.
Yep.
Like it's Benjamin Percy, I think that's writing it, isn't it?
Yep.
I think it's Ben Percy, yeah.
It's Ben Percy.
Deadly Class.
Yeah, you didn't talk about Deadly Class, yeah.
I forgot about that because there's so many books, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me of that. Yeah, Deadly Class. I got the last issue, man. That is just crazy good. It's Rick Remender, man. I thought it was gonna hey, everyone's just gonna die. We're gonna have a non-happy ending. It's a book of assassins,
Right.
and like over the years, not everybody survives. It's like you can't have it. It's like watching what was that? The motorcycle show.
Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy. I was gonna Sons of Angels. I don't know why I was gonna say that. Sons of Anarchy. Yeah. Overall, that every week, someone's getting killed off in a more fashionable way. For a long time, I thought they had Will Ferrell on there. And I realized I was Ron Perlman. Because they're both so freaking old.
Yeah, they kind of have similar hairstyles too, I guess. Is Deadly Class still being sold? Asked Aloise. I think they just had their final issue.
Well, yeah, the final issue was like about a month ago.
Oh, was it a month? Okay.
Month or two. Yes, but it is being sold. You can buy now. If you don't want to get floppy, I would recommend going in stock trades, getting the deluxe hardcovers for like $30, and then they have like free shipping for orders of $60 or more. So, actually, what's on? We should look at that. What's on in stock trade right now? In stock trades. Let's see here. Up to 42% off and no shipping right now. If sale going everything.
Ooh,
that's kind of cool. And Zach, did you know that I can look at your collection if you put on your thing?
Because we're friends. I could look at yours too.
So when I saw that,
there's no privacy on League of Comic Geeks.
I know. Well, that's how sometimes I cheat and I know what your top books are going to be.
Oh, is that how you? Oh, that's how you do it. I'm gonna start. And now I know your trick. Now I'm gonna turn around and use that on you.
All right. Deals of the week right here. They got Absolute Swamp Thing by Len Wein and Bernie Sanders, I guess. I don't know.
Bernie
Under Bucks?
Wrightson.
No, Bernie Wrightson, thank you. See, that's why we have the comic historian on here with us.
There you go.
Look at this, dude. Like 15, it's half off the normal book. Is the magazine size. Knights of Pendragon, we're just talking about the other night. That is $67. All right, so some of these don't pop up for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but that's a manga, and that actually comes out in an hour. I can go watch it on Netflix this season. Alice in Borderland, great show. If you like Squid Games, check out Alice in Borderland.
Right on.
All right, so the Batman and Catwoman came out this week.
Yikes!
Yikes is right.
It's Tom King, so avoid it.
Of course, I'm gonna. Here we go, so we can actually look at the books. Is that better for you guys?
Fine to me.
Well, for you, for anybody's watching on their phone, they can see the books. All right, so Afro Samurai, which I was surprised actually was a comic book form. So remember, it was anime, or not anime, but cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Art of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. It must be the Dark Horse one, or it might be I don't know, might be some other ones.
He-Man wasn't He-Man. They did have like a DC. I think it was Injustice with Tom Taylor. They had He-Man, and Injustice in one of the volumes.
Injustice versus the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
All right. Blade Runner 2029. The box set. Oh, cool. The 1 through 3 box set must be the complete graphic novel collection. That's cool. All right. They got a Sunder on there right now, going there. And then, X Factor. Savage Dragon. Volume 1. There you go. $77, man. For Spectacular Spider-Man. Who's going to be in the Spider-Verse? Do you know that?
Yeah, I saw it earlier today.
Oh, I'm kind of excited for that.
That was pretty cool. Look, actually, I saw they had like the Japanese version of the poster, and I think I'm not entirely sure if this is him or not, but I think they even have like the manga-verse Spider-Man in the background, and I think they have Julia Carpenter Spider-Woman in there too. There's a lot of different Spider people.
All right. Oh yeah, they also have Spider-Cat.
Spider-Cat.
It's a real thing. I had to look it up. It's actually a real thing. Like, oh man. Peter David X Factor on the best. I've never read this, but it's Peter David. I mean, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah, it's got to be good if it's Peter David.
So Starman Volume 2, the compendium.
Mm-hmm. James Robinson writing that, I think.
$35, man. I looked at it. It's a thick book.
Yeah. Well, it's a compendium. Yeah, it's like those. I think of those big Walking Dead collections you used to see.
Well, think of those books about medication pills and stuff. You've seen
formulary. Yeah.
Look at this.
Yep.
It's like freaking two thesauruses stacked on top of each other. Aliens, don't care for that.
Is Multiversity, is that Brainiac story that they did with DC right around Rebirth time?
Franklin, yeah.
No, Multiversity is Grant Morrison mapping out the multiverse, introducing some Earth.
Okay.
Jim Lee Batman.
I got that mixed up because there was that Brainiac story that they did. Which I forgot the name of it. I thought it was Multiversity, but I guess it was something else.
Convergence?
Convergence. That's the one. Yeah.
All right. So
that wasn't Brainiac.
No.
Yeah. I thought it was Brainiac.
Yeah.
I think it was someone else.
Oh. So I like to look at this. It's coming soon.
What is coming soon? Rorschach by Tom King. No, thank you.
Yep. Also have Archie Comics trade paperback. One. Wow.
Hey, Defenders Epic Collection by Roy Thomas. That's cool.
All right. Let's bring in the manga here.
Some manga stuff.
Mech Strike Monster Hunters. Oh, you should get that.
I've got the floppies. I don't need the trade of that.
Oh, that was the other thing I was gonna talk about. Apparently, I heard that apparently Tony Stark now has mutant Sentinel hunters. Like,
no, somebody that hates mutants is running his company.
Yeah. As I say, yeah, his company. Remember, he's broke. Remember, because now
Right.
somebody has Stark International and is building those robots using Stark technology.
Okay.
Now, wouldn't he just say, "I'm the only one who knows how to make the design, so I'll just delete"? Sorry. Now you can.
I don't think it works like that. If like his company has the rights to it, it's like comic books, right? If George Perez creates a character under DC, then even after George Perez leaves, that character still remains property of DC. So I think it'd be the same thing with Tony Stark.
If I create the Iron Man armor,
while you're working for Iron Man's company.
If I'm the owner of my company, so then my company goes over, so guess what? I'm destroying all my armors. I'm not gonna let it go into everybody's freaking hands.
Yeah.
I don't know. PS art books, but dude, Black Magic's. It's the softy. A cover. Yeah, it's on hardcover.
Okay.
I wish I think it would be hardcover. Joe Simon on there. Batman versus Ra's al Ghul. What is this? Is this going to be like all of them? Let's see here.
It is that weird Neil Adams book that came out during COVID.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh. What's the art like in the inside? Is it actually good?
It's Neil Adams. It's Neil Adams art. So would that
art
be
is good? The story reads like you're on something.
maybe he was.
Well, you've seen his Twitter?
Would this have been the last thing he created before he died?
Probably.
Possibly. Or they may have been a sequel.
Yeah. Monkey Prince. That's one I've been interested to try reading. Ant-Man Antiversary.
Where do you see that?
Marvel is stealing my jokes. Captain Marvel Omnibus.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, the anniversary. Yeah, no, yeah. It is you.
That's very much me. Yeah. Oh, and there's more Neil Adams with Fantastic Four Antithesis.
Where do you see that?
It's down the bottom. It's the one that doesn't have a cover.
That is the last work he did before he.
Oh, that's the last one he did. Antithesis.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, all right. Any new comments? Too bad they never reprinted Mexican Spider-Man.
I didn't know there was a Mexican Spider-Man.
Oh.
Interesting.
Now there you know.
Now I know.
House of M Omnibus. Good. All right. So if you don't already have that, you can get the Brian Michael Bendis and a hardcover now. Or you get Peter David Hulk, Volume 2. That's good. Let's see. New Fantastic Four in Hell. Hell in a Handbasket.
That must be the story, the title for the whole new story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Dark Knight's Metal.
Another one. They're always recollecting or re-releasing that one.
Silver Surfer Epic Collection.
Oh,
the Kree Skull War.
Dark Knight's Mel was actually good. It's Death Mel that was a snooze fest.
Which one was it? The first one or the second one?
The first one.
Oh.
Everything that came after it was bad.
Magazine Fantasy is being Carrie Andrews is being collected. It's going to come out soon.
Oh, okay.
on the 11th next
Yeah.
year. These are all a year away. All next year.
Daredevil by Frank Miller and Klaus Janson.
Oh my god!
Someone get Ash some tissues.
That's so beautiful.
Collects Daredevil 158 through 191 pretty much. And material from What If. I bet you that's the What If Elektra hadn't died. Which we know what happens because she comes back to life.
So 162 is a guest writer then, I guess, because it's not him.
I guess so. Hang on. Daredevil 162.
Or it's a huge key issue they couldn't reprint it because.
No, it's a guest writer. It's Michael Fleischer, with Steve Ditko art.
Michael Fleischer is not the Superman guy.
Michael Fleischer. I don't know who he is. What else he's written? He's written.
Brian, which book are you talking about being reprinted?
He wrote a lot of Ghost Rider. It looks like, and it looks like some Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, Man thing.
I just said it's cool. It's getting a hardcover format. I kind of want this. Yeah. I have the whole run in the 3 soft covers.
Yeah.
And like this is kind of cool. I have a hardcover.
Yeah.
It says $100. Now that's not here though. That's on the Marvel thing. It's gonna be $100.
Yeah, this would be cheaper. It'd probably be like 75.
Yeah,
something like that. Guest starring the Hulk, the Avengers, Power Man, and the Iron Fist.
So, all right, what else? You get Deadpool Bad Blood. Yeah, like I said, it's coming out. It's gonna be released again.
Mm-hmm.
In a trade. But the funny thing, it already was in a trade, so now it's being re-released in a trade format again. And I heard that Rob Liefeld said that was the most fun he had was doing that Bad Blood. So he's going to do a sequel series.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah. You want to talk about a guy who actually may not be the best artist or best writer, but he really cares about his fans.
Yeah.
Now, contrary to what I've heard, he was saying that back in the day, he was a huge dick when he first started off. But then again, I didn't see it was around to experience it. So, I mean, there's a lot of hearsay, though, fortunately. But, ooh, there you go. Batman Urban Legends, Volume 4.
Pass.
Batman and Robin by Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason.
I own the whole run. Thanks, Ingleton. But I do have the entire run of Batman and Robin by Tomasi.
What's up, Pat?
Is this the first one or Volume 1 or Volume 2?
This might be it's an omnibus. So it looks like it's gotta have Volume 2, and Volume 1.
Yeah, Volume 1 20 through 22. And then Volume I wonder which run is it that I have? I think I have Volume 2 because it goes up to 40.
Volume 2 is Bruce and Damian. Volume 1 is Dick and Damian. Yeah,
so it's Batman and Robin Volume 1, 20 through 22, and then Batman and Robin Volume 2, 0 to 40. So it's the Volume 2, basically. Yeah. It includes the annual and Robin Rises. Ooh. I think it's not a Tim book. Yeah.
This is pre-2021, so if it was a Tim book, it'd be either Cassie or Stephanie.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Here we got here Trials X. That's another one by Al Ewing. Yeah, pass. What's the Spider-Man collecting? Look at that.
Hey, New Warriors, the Hero Killers story.
Speedball, no.
Speedball, Firestar, Namorita, Silhouette,
Night Thrasher.
All those guys.
Yeah. This is
Sharp Blades.
Yes. David Micheline, Mark Bagley, and the coming of Carnage when Venom's offspring transforms psychic. Yeah, so, wow, this is right towards the end. This is 361 through 367. Then you have the annual. Number
Yeah,
26.
that's where the hero killer story was. It was
Yep.
in the annuals.
And then they have Amazing Spider-Man Soul the Hunter with Craven. Yeah. And the material for Spectacular Spider-Man annual number 12. And Web of Spider-Man annual number 8. And New Warriors annual number 2. So
Number 2.
I just realized, man, even if I get them cheaper here, I gotta run to a point where I'm gonna have too many freaking like trades.
Oh yeah.
I'll have more trades than I'll have floppies, and the point where it's like, all right, now I gotta figure out what any more shirt boxes for trades.
And you're gonna need more room for your more
Get a
short
bookcase from
boxes.
IKEA.
I just need a new storage area. I might just start putting all my books downstairs. Right. Avengers Preskull. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Gallery edition. What's gallery? All right. So is it a gallery? What? It says Collect Avengers 89 through 97. That throws me off when it says gallery. Huh. But it's got Neil Adams on there for the cover artist.
Neil Adams, yes. Yeah, Sal Buscema on the inside. That's cool.
All right. Talking about Gwen's dump. Dumps like a truck. Because she's thick, right?
No, not Gwen.
You're right. So, all right. And then we also have Marvel Masterworks here, Kazar. See, Jerry Conway, John Buscema, and John Buscema did the cover art on this too as well. There you go. This is that Stephanie Hans and Robert Aguirre Sarcasa, the Marvel verse, Ant-Man and the Wasp. All right. Collecting Avengers Origins, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ant-Man Larger Than Life, Marvel Premiere 47 through 48, and Ant-Man and the Wasp Living Legends.
The bots are here. The bots are here.
Are they again?
Oh yeah, they came here earlier. Yeah, they were here earlier. Saying, find love in you city. Like stupid bots couldn't even spell
really?
your
They're
city.
not popping up on my thing. On the actual thing, so they must have been hidden.
I'm already got them.
Yeah, I think Mario, I got them. That's why they're not popping up. I was looking at my phone. All right. Is there anything you're actually seeing that you're actually going to buy, Zach? Because I saw a few things I'm actually looking at.
No, not off the top of my head. I'm kind of I'm in like a save up money, right? Because there are hardcovers, there are omnibuses that I really want to get, but none of them are brand new. Like I do want to get the they have the I want to get the other two JSA omnibuses to go with the volume 3 that I have, so that way I'll have the entire Jeff Johns run in omnibus. But there is they have the new John Byrne Fantastic Four, the second omnibus where She-Hulk joins the team. I want that one. That just came out.
You're not getting this?
Today.
You're not getting the Society of Secret Files?
No, why would I?
Why not?
Why don't you?
I probably will. I don't know.
No, those are the new when it says Justice Society Files, that's not like the classifieds.
Right.
Where it reprints.
It is basically the movie version's backstories.
Yeah. So no, that's okay. I don't need those.
Archie's in India? What is this?
Oh, that is something. Okay, that's a thing. The Archies. It's a Netflix show. They made a Netflix show of Archie.
Yeah.
Hang on. I've got to Google this.
Yep. So brand new story. Story nice. Bollywood star Amisha Mehta has a film lined up to shoot in India. Managed to get Betty and Veronica a gig as extras. Girls arrive on set, and Amisha discovers one of the biggest teen heartthrobs.
The Archies is an Indian adaptation of the Western comic book series.
Wow.
It's a live action movie done in Bollywood or done in India, but it's their version of the comic strip or the comic show or the comic book. I can't talk. I like the movie Black Adam. It's just I don't want to. It's anytime that there's a comic or a video game that ties into a comic book movie, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be good.
Ooh, there you go.
Buck Danny, I have no idea what this is.
Classic Franco-Belgian comic strips. Wars has Gulf Korea, where the great powers are fighting to ensure domination of their ideology. With the introduction of the super MiG-15, the North Koreans and Chinese are on the verge of gaining air superiority. Even American jets can only compete because of the superior training of their pilots. With the threat of a veteran Soviet pilots tipping the balance, Buck is tasked with the testing and a new, far more formidable version of the F-86 Sabre in combat conditions, but saboteurs lurk. It's not cool. It's a little French comic book.
Okay.
Or a little Belgian, yeah. Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme approved. All right. And then, oh my gosh. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this?
You know what it is. Stop asking. You know darn well what it is.
What is this book?
It is Hail Hydra Cap.
Should I just send this to Angleton?
Well, it's not.
No. Read if it has Secret Empire #7.
It does not have Secret Empire. It has Captain America Sam Wilson and Captain America Steve Rogers. Then it has the Avengers standoff.
Yeah, it does not have Secret Avengers, so don't bother.
Yeah, no Secret Empire.
Sorry, Secret Empire #7 and Captain America #25. Those are the Pearl Harbor ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, these this costume on this cover, this looks like his ultimate cap.
Kind of does. It does remind me of Ultimate Cap.
He doesn't have the wings on his head either.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Yep.
All right. Man. Kang. And what is this? Invincible Compendium. Ooh.
Nice. 0 through 47.
I know.
I have 48 floppies in there. Wow. That's crazy.
All right. Yeah. Nice. Like I said, I hope this continues to keep doing more and more. And
it's 20 years old? Oh, I didn't realize Invincible was 20 years old. Wow.
It is. Well, I don't think they might have companions. I'm not sure if they have. Do they have companions? I know they had soft covers trades.
No, I don't think they've had a compendium for Invincible before. They did it for The Walking Dead, but I didn't see one for.
So the great thing about this is that for the people who are like me who didn't buy the original floppy stuff, I can just go get the hardcover now.
Yeah.
Like if you remember like Walking Dead, people who bought like all of them.
Yeah.
And now it's like they have like 4 compendiums. Like crap! I'm double dipping.
Right.
But 7 Seed Comics, another. There you go. Here's a great race.
Yeah. Well, I've got all the floppies for it.
Kind of a weak ending.
Yeah, the ending wasn't great, but up until then, the story was really fun.
You know, I've been looking
at. Yeah, Zach was thinking the Great Race was about something else.
Here's
very funny. Very funny.
Wild cards on here too.
Strange Academy.
Milestone Compendium 2.
Hellfire Gala.
Click on that to trigger Zach.
What? Hellfire Gala? That didn't trigger me. It just makes my eyes roll.
Milestone Compendium.
Oh.
Yeah. Criss Cross. Wasn't that a band?
I think so.
Everybody jump. Criss Cross. I don't know. Dennis Cohen, John Paul Leon, MD Bright, and others. World Collide when this characters of Milestone meets Superman, Superboy, and Steel of the DC Universe. Collecting Blood Syndicate 13 through 23, Hardware 13 through 21, Icon 11 through 21, Shadow Cabinet 1 through 4, Static 9 through 20, Superboy 6-7, Superman the Man of Steel 35-36, Steel 6 through 7, and Worlds Collide. And notice it's Man of Steel, but it's not Brian Michael Bendis. Whenever I go to the store, I'm like, oh, a Man of Steel trade. I'm like, oh, it's Bendis, Pat. It's like every single time. It's like, oh. Ant-Man, Giant Man, all the amazing stuff beyond Spider-Man Beyond. Ugh.
Did you read the new Mary Jane Black Cat that came out this week?
No, not yet. You know what I saw today though?
Why that?
Somebody was collecting all of they want to make sure they got all covered. I forget what book it was, but they had it's older couple. They're they're probably around Breen's age right on there, and they're buying every single variant of a book. They've been to 3 different shops. They're trying to get all the variants of a title.
There are people like that at my LCS. There's a whale at my LCS. He will buy, if there's a 1 in 100 of a comic, he will buy 100 issues of Spider-Man or X-Men, whatever, just to get that variant.
It is weird. I've never seen that in person, but I know it happens. So it's when I saw it, I kind of wanted to say something. It's like,
isn't that the Almighty Jack?
Almighty Jack's young, and he doesn't live anywhere I live.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Isn't that the new one? That's not the original Marvel Knights. Is it?
It's Johnny Cates, but he's using guns.
Hey, yeah, remember that, folks? Remember when the Punisher used guns? It always weirds me out, too, to see Karnak. It's like, Black Panther's a little weird, too, but he kind of fits. But Karnak, I don't know, the Inhumans always seem weird, mixing them with, the normal street people.
I was wondering who that was. It kind of, I thought that was not Ben Roy, but Urich.
No, it's Karnak from the Inhumans. It's like one of these things is not like the other.
All right. Dwayne McDuffie, DC Universe.
Hey, yeah, he had a good Justice League run. I bet you some of that's in there. Probably some milestone stuff in there too.
Just waiting for it to crash on me because it's take forever. But all right.
You doing all right there, Breen? I mean, Englentine? I mean, other old person?
Wow, straight for Breen and then the Englentine. It's like you're just trying to rhyme. You're like, I ran on the names.
Back to back. Yeah, I know.
He can't think of old people that easily.
I am an old person. I feel like an old person anyway. I have all this gray in my beard.
Yeah, you two are in your 30s. What's that like?
Not
Everything
fun.
Hurts.
Exactly. My back. I pulled my back the other day actually working out. So it's like now it hurts to bend over and get stuff. Put
2
my
years
jacket
to
on.
enjoy. I still have 3 years to enjoy life then.
Enjoy it while you can. Savor the youth.
All my medical issues started at 30. All right, so this collects Action Comics 847, The Demon 2629, Impulse 60, JLA Showcase 80 Page Shine number 1, Batman Gotham Knights number 27, Sins of the Youth, or Sins of the Youth, Kid Flash Impulse number 1, Firestorm Nuclear Man 33 through 35, plus a tribute from Static Shock Special number 1. Well, if you like his work, it's worth getting. It's just downhill from 28 years old. Acts of Vengeance.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
Danny Fingeroth.
I would get that. Heck yeah. Avengers Epic Collection. I do like to get the Epic Collections.
With Byrne, too.
That's a pretty sweet cover. I like that cover.
That's John Byrne.
Yeah. Let's see. New era begins with the Avengers with a fresh approach and revamped roster as Quasar, She-Hulk, and Black Panther. But the team is soon pushed to the limits when the Lava Men attack. And when the eternal home of Olympus vanishes, the trail leads to the negative zone. Can Cersei help the Avengers save Gilgamesh and locate her people? And then a host of Marvel's biggest bads join forces and swap enemies. Thrown off balance by an onslaught of unfamiliar foes, Avengers East and West must face the Freedom Force, UFOs, Mole Man, and more. Oh, cool. Very cool. Yeah, I'll pick that up for sure. That looks fun.
All right, what else you got here? All right. It's okay. Sentinel Liberty. That's one we were reading. Colin
Yeah.
Kelly, Jackson.
I've been liking it.
Yeah, see if she was. We'll see what it goes.
Yeah, but I know how you feel about certain characters, so I've been liking it. I'll say that.
Check out Gambit. It's been fun. Because Chris Claremont, little story with him and the little Oral. But Zach, you probably haven't read it, have you? Or
Gambit? No.
Yeah.
I'm very picky with my miniseries now. I'm very picky. Gambit, I understand. Chris Claremont, I understand. I might pick up the collection. I might read it digitally. Is what I might do.
I'll just say, yeah, you should read it because it has Storm in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Storm.
Nexus, there you go. Awesome.
Oh, actually, you know what I got? Speaking of Nexus, I didn't even think about it until you said it. I forgot that I got this book from Mike Miller. Like, I bought it like a year or two ago, but I finally got it in the mail. He did this with Mike Barron.
Oh, nice.
He had a crossover comic that he did with Nexus. And I think Bigfoot Bill from Doug TenNapel and Lone Star, like a whole bunch of it's a big crossover thing that he does called Monster Hunt. So
every
just
shop,
showed up in the mailbox.
And Quinn says every shop has a Will buyer. You know, I like Brendan Fraser. You guys are all negative about whales.
Not that whale.
This is kind of cool. Yeah. So yeah, this says this comes out. I guess February. No, yeah, February 8th. What? He can't use his power, so he has to rely on his intelligence and survival skills?
What? You don't say.
All right. What else is coming out though? And Beetle Squirrel Girl. Yes.
You can have fun with that, sir. It will not be me.
Aquaman, King of the Seven Seas. 80 years of the. Oh my gosh, 80 years.
Yep.
And they've ignored him for the past 20?
No,
they just had and you were just talking about Andromeda and Void Song. How are you gonna say they ignored him?
I'm talking about ongoing series.
Okay, well, even then, within 20 years, they've had stories.
They had the Jeff Johns run. They had the Dan Abnett run.
That's it.
Then they had the Kelly Sue DeConnick, who just overshadowed both of those.
There is no Kelly Sue DeConnick run.
Okay, but that's still not ignoring him for 20 years, though.
This basically collects Mort Weisinger, Kel Pluckerberg, Peter David, Jeff Johns, and others. With yeah. Aquaman's debut is debut in the pages of More Fun Comics number 73. The deluxe volume of comic stories selected for 8 decades of high seas adventures, featuring over 400 pages of classic and modern tales such as Aquaman joins the Navy. Oh no. The Legend of Aquaman and The Trench. And plus historical commentary from the former Aquaman writers, editors Mark Waid, Paul Koberg, Robert Greenberger, and Paul Levitz. And this edition is perfect companion. So, all right. I thought you were going to say like Golden Age people. Or yep.
Then there's Batman: The Dark Knight Detective.
Yep.
Volume 7.
With your buddy Alan Grant.
Yep, it's Alan Grant, B. Milligan,
Dennis Cohen. Yep. So the 90s continue as well. Yeah.
So these has I read those. These have some really good books in here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Detective Comics 634 through 638, 641, 643. And then you have the annual number 4, Batman 474, and Batman Legends of the Dark Knight 27.
Batman 474 and Legends of the Dark Knight crossover for the story called Destroyer. That's where remember if you played Origins, there's this mystery where you have to scan some titles for this architect that made most of Gotham's architecture, like the Gothic architecture with the gargoyles
Yeah.
and all that.
Mhm.
It's a story about that guy and some guy destroying buildings to save those architectures.
Huh.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
The sad thing about this is, like, I look at this, like, I picked up the last week's issue. The interior is writing sucks, but the art is just great. It's Emmanuel Lupacino, who I wanted to do basically draw Wonder Woman. Now if we can just get a writer
Right.
and and just take Steve from being a beta male and letting him be an actual hero.
Right.
Oh, it's Romita Jr. in Wells. I thought it was old school. I was like, oh, it's Romita Jr. I'm like, oh wait, no, I saw Webs at Wells. I'm like, no, pass. This is a little fun series too. I like this. I've been so if you watch the show that was on Crunchyroll, if anybody has Crunchyroll, you can watch it now. It was on Cartoon Network as well on Saturday nights. And then this takes place like a couple years or a couple months after the events of this. Then we get here, Epic Collection, Man Without Fear. Stan Lee. So
1 to 21.
Yeah, nice. The Owl, the Purple Man. Oof.
Stilt Man.
He still got it.
That was a bit of a stretch, but it was still pretty funny.
I'm gonna step over that joke and go somewhere else.
It'll be a short trip.
I'm done.
You just gonna walk away from that? Really? Okay.
Yeah, quit it. Stop.
I guess I've fallen out of favor with this crowd and my puns.
You fell out of favor with this crowd years ago.
Jack, it's not the jokes. It's the fact you don't like. Yeah, it's not the joke. The jokes are the least offensive thing.
Yeah. Marania, look away. Look away.
Here you go, Marania.
Yeah, look away, Marania.
If it ever loads, you can look at this. This is the Invincible Iron Man, number 16.
With Michelini and John Romita Sr.
I kind of like both covers. I like the gray, and I also like the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the website doesn't want to work for me, no.
Oh, Thunderbolts Omnibus.
All right. What's his Epic Collection? Oh, that's okay. This is a Jim Lee era. Or right after Jim
With
Lee.
Fabian Nicieza.
Yep. Right after this is right after Jim Lee, right?
Which one?
This one, the Epic Collection here, the X-Men.
What issues do they collect?
Oh. This is an Uncanny X-Men annual number from here. Uncanny X-Men from 1981.
290. Wait.
Yeah, 297 to 300. Then it has the annual. It came on 1992, number 17, and then it has X-Men.
Uncanny X-Men number 17. Yep. Hey, this is the one we were talking about that day. Remember from that website which is all about Bobby Drake being gay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, it's yeah.
Yeah, this is the story. This is the book we were talking about.
Yeah, this is yeah. Like after one of the streams, we were talking. I think it was about an Angleton stream. I don't know, comics.
Yeah.
We were talking. I was going through and I found a website. It was just like I'm like, what is this? Because I was looking up like X-Men stuff, and it was just basically a guy going through all the old like like these books X-Men and trying to say that Bobby's been gay. Subtle hints here and here. It's like every time he tried to say, oh. But I see Bobby didn't, it's he didn't do this, he didn't do that because he's gay. And it's like, dude, you're just reaching, man. Uh, but yeah, this is so this looks like they just had Executioner song. This came out. So this is the volume after that, the collection after that, I guess. Imagine.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I just realized there's a lot of X-Men books in the Epic collection. A lot of volumes. You just have one shelf to sit being all X-Men. All right. Oh. So now it's getting a hardcover. Before we saw the soft cover, remember? It's so weird that they're like double dipping. They're releasing the soft covers collection. Now they're releasing a hardcover Andromeda for Ramvi. What is this? Mariko Tamaki. Ooh, I get that too. This is already out. Detective?
Yeah.
I saw it in my store. I don't know why. Yeah. It's kind of weird.
There's Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Back when they were good.
Yeah, I was gonna say pre Gail Simone.
This is post Gail Simone.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Because I get confused because Oracle's in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of liked it when she was in the wheelchair.
Yeah, Gail Simone Birds of Prey was still good. It is Gail Simone after Batgirl that went down the drain.
Iceman into Perez held. Yeah.
The Hickman Omnibus right there with Avengers looks nice.
Here.
Yeah, Space Avengers. That's when they go to outer space. They have like this huge the Infinity story.
Don't you like the one right after next to it?
What are you talking about?
There's one right after it. The Avengers.
No, not Avengers Forever. That's the Jason Aaron. God. Ugh.
Look at Carol Danvers.
Yeah, I know. She looks like Homelander almost. Or no, she looks like Drago from Rocky, but like with slightly softer features.
You're both wrong.
It kind of looks like Drago's wife.
Oh, sorry, you guys are both wrong.
It's
Ellen DeGeneres.
If Ellen DeGeneres had a buzz cut, yes.
Yeah. It looks nothing like Stallone's ex-wife.
Yeah. No, the haircut in that movie, Rocky 4.
Yeah, I know, John, but yeah, but
yeah.
Like it looks like that haircut.
All right. Not really much coming out. I mean, I'm seeing it now.
Fantastic Four by Miller and Hitch. Peter David, Mark Diodato.
Oh wow, that's cool.
From the 90s, in the 2000s.
Yo, oh, that's really cool. I'd get that.
You know what I read the other night?
What's that?
I think it was Grant Morrison. Fantastic Four 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I haven't read that one.
And where Reed's he plants himself in a think tank, and he's so he can like try and like, and then there's like a giant Doctor Doom robot, and Ben's not the thing anymore. He's lost an arm. It is such a depressing thing. And then you have Neighbor perhaps brought in the second issue, and then like because Doom and Namor and the Mole Man have teamed up, and Doom basically promised if you help me destroy the Fantastic Four, you can have Sue as your bride. It's like and at this point Sue's already married to Reed. All the time.
Right.
And she was talking to Alicia. It's like, oh, do you still have is there a hurricane? Like do you still have feelings for Namor? She's like, no, I don't. I know. It's like you ever wonder? It's like it's just like stop with the Namor crap. And we joke about it in our readings,
Yes, it's Namor.
It's Namor. Ain't no more. I've done no more. No, I'm just tired of the whole thing. It's like, oh, we got a teaser. She gonna cheat on Reed. She gonna cheat on Reed. It's like, I'm just waiting for that. Eventually, it's gonna happen. She's gonna be like, yeah. So, did she ever divorce Reed?
No. She split. They were separated during Civil War briefly, because she and Johnny came to the conclusion that they were on the wrong side. Because Reed was on Tony's side during
I
Civil
thought
War.
she was hanging out with Namor after she took Franklin with her. They got divorced.
Not that I recall.
That was
There was that time that Reed was like thought to be dead, but she didn't even do anything during that time. I don't think.
Oh, I'm thinking
There
of
was that
Life
time
Story.
she was with Doom, living with Doom.
But no, I thought her and Reed kind of she moved out after the whole thing with Franklin. She moved out, got herself and then she started seeing Namor.
I don't think so.
That wasn't main continuity, I guess.
That might have been Elseworld.
It might have been an Elseworlds thing.
I know that Mark Russell talked about it in Life Story, but I thought it was actually canon. But I don't know. I'm just gonna stick the whole read and say oh, we gotta tease her commit adultery. It's like, just do it already. You already screwed over Spider-Man having him talk to the devil. It's like, why not?
Because Reed and Sue have a stronger relationship than Peter and Mary Jane. I said it. Come at me, Spider-Man fans, Spider fans, whatever you want to call yourselves.
Cancel you.
Go for it. Go for it. I'm already racist on this channel anyway.
There we go.
Oh, that's pretty. I like that cover.
Peter David hardcover.
Peter David Moon Knight.
Yep.
That's awesome.
It's Mike Deodato doing the cover for this. The Moon Knight's longest running series gets the omnibus treatment. Finally.
Here's what you were thinking of, Vinkman. Susan left Reed temporarily. This is in Fantastic Four 141, where Reed decided to shut down, basically lobotomize Franklin, because he was starting to, I guess, develop his reality powers or something. And so, because he did that without even talking to Sue about it, she left him temporarily. So.
And we have no more. There's some epic collect. Who strikes for? Ooh, did you see this cover?
I like the other one. I like the black and white better. The pose on that one is fine, but I think it works. His suit is more stunning with the black background.
It's Marlene with cleavage.
Zach likes the black and white separated instead of the colors mixing.
Dude, Ghost Rider and the Hobgoblin. That's cool. I forgot about that. Yeah, he got went there. Because there's Moon Knight.
90s.
Yeah. This is amazing. Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 353 through 358. And then it has Moon Knight 134. So. Huh. Oh, this is cool.
Ghost Rider, Moon Knight, and then Hobgoblin. You're just one leather jacket away from it screaming 90s.
Dude, I don't know, Brainy, if you're still there, this is cool. Look at this. This is awesome. Paul S. Newman, and then Sam Glansman. Yeah. 610, yeah. Yeah, I like war books. I'm going through those. I'm just starting to get more and more into the older books. Oh. There you go. Submarine, Zach, and aliens.
But no Nazis.
No dinosaurs, no Nazis, and no cheesecake. It's like making a cake with only flour.
A lot of PSR books. Yeah. Team Patrol by Gerard Way and Nick Darrington. Here's your Superman Action Comics thing.
Yeah, World.
What is this?
The Bendis Omnibus. Dude, that was actually, you know what? I know we rag on Bendis a lot, but that was actually a fun run. I enjoyed reading that one.
Do you see this?
I might have to
This
spring for that.
was near the end of Bendis's.
This was near the end of his Marvel run, because after he left this, he went to go write the Defenders, which was like the Netflix Defenders, not the actual ones.
Oh,
And
this
then
is
lasted for about 12
This was
issues.
2014. He did the Defenders in around 18.
This lasted for a bit though. This his Guardians run lasted for a good little bit. It
He had
was
2 different Guardians runs.
yeah, because it went up to Secret Wars and then it continued after Secret Wars.
So why is Peter David listed on here though?
Why is Peter David listed on? That's got to be a typo. I don't think Peter David had anything to do with this. But yeah, because it collects Avengers Assemble 1 through 8 because the Guardians were featured in that. And then Guardians of the Galaxy 0.1. I hate the 0 point thing that they did. 1 through 27.
Yeah.
Annual 1. Tomorrow's Avengers. All New X-Men is where Star-Lord and Kitty Pryde meet. Guardians of Nowhere is the Secret Wars tie-in. And then Guardians team up. I don't remember what that one was. But no, that was a good little run though that Bendis had with the Guardians. I enjoyed it. It wasn't epic like the Abnett Landing run that we read. It had more of like a Firefly type feel to it. So, yeah, I actually enjoyed that. I didn't like it. It was weird at first when Iron Man's on the team because Iron Man was still the big golden boy from the MCU fame and everything. But once he left and they had Agent Venom, Flash Thompson joined the team. That was actually, I think that worked better than Iron Man.
All right. All right. World's Finest. Blue Beetle. There you go. Great. Yeah. And yeah. More Daredevil. That's a cool cover. Wants to load. It's not gonna want to load now. It's certain books. I click on this on the website. It loads real fast. Other ones do not load.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts. All right. All right. So anyway, Snow Angels. That was a fun book. Jeff Lemire. So we're getting into the ways we know images because they're almost to the point where they.
Yeah, they typically don't have the covers listed in for a lot of these. The further you go into the future, you're almost in you're in March in these. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see what's coming out for Epic Collection, another one. It's for Uncanny X-Men. Spider-Man No Way Home, art of the movie. Really? Wolverine by Benjamin Percy. Yeah, we're way, but all right. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming out. All right. Not only knew that Tony was with the Guardians when he turned to his own book, he did have some outer space adventures, including hook up with an alien babe who was repulsed by his facial hair. A dumb bimbo.
I think that was Gamora, wasn't it? I know he did get with Gamora at some point.
Really?
Yeah. He's Tony Stark. He sleeps with every woman in Marvel's
I guess
except for Sue Storm.
Did they not make a big thing of Gamora and Peter being an item in the comic books? Or is
They weren't an item until I think it was Kate's run where they finally became an item. But up until then, they were never. Gamora was with Nova for the most part, from what I recall. Like during Abnett and Lanning's run, she and Nova were an item. But she and Peter were never a couple. That was an MCU thing. That was in the movies. But
to
then
me,
when Donny Cates took it over, they got together, but it was like a real weird, I don't think either of them really liked it. It was like they tried it, and then I think they split up after that.
I don't know. I thought the MC was actually pretty good for doing that because
Oh yeah, the MCU it worked, but yeah, in the comics I prefer them not as a couple. I prefer them not to be together.
now
But
do you prefer Star Lord as Chris Pratt or does Star Lord as being Star Lord?
I prefer Star Lord as Chris Pratt. Star Lord in the Admit Landing run is good. I could see where they got some inspiration for Pratt, but like he didn't start listening to like the music, like the '80s music and everything. That didn't come from Advent Landing. That was pure MCU. I do like it though. But originally, like if you read Star Lord during like what is it, like the Annihilation wave, I think he's actually a much more serious, gruff character.
Yeah, because when
So
he first introduced him,
he's got like a cyborg thing going on. He's got like machines built into his face, I think. So
it's weird.
yeah. But
Uh,
anyway.
Marnie says it's just a random bimbo.
Oh, okay.
So, not much going on. I mean, we have for the rest of the night. I mean, I don't know how long you guys want to keep stay up, but we've been going for 2 hours now.
Yeah, I'm about to. I'm actually probably gonna have to be logging off here pretty soon. I'm getting a little
Yeah.
stomach's grumbling a little bit, and I got some stuff to take care of.
And I gotta get prepped for the.
You got to read some books. You got to do some reading for tomorrow.
I know. I gotta go. I gotta go clean up my garage part. You know, because I run because they use a snowblower. Everybody uses a snow thrower or whatever. You know, because we live here. You gotta dry it off. So I have a jet heater, a kerosene jet heater I use in there in the garage. So I need to make a room so I can actually have it running without starting else on fire.
Yeah.
So
Just go full arsonist.
just burn the
Do it.
The garage is it's kind of needed though. I don't have a shed. MCU Star Lord is better Star Lord.
Not better. I would just say different.
To me though, I prefer the Chris Pratt. I do even the real 3D the cartoon version was cool too because it's based off the Chris Pratt version.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt actually I think he brought more life to the character. Personally,
I do like the Abnett Landing version of Star Lord, where you can see like there is wit and sarcasm in his dialogue in that. You can see like where they got the inspiration for a lot of Chris Pratt's character from. But I mean, it's different though. It's like, chocolate cake versus yellow cake with chocolate frosting. It's like they're both good. They're just different.
Right.
So.
All right. So tomorrow night's gonna be at 8:00 Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. For those or other part of the world, you can figure that out on your own Black Hat.
Ring the bell for notifications so you'll find out when we're going on.
Or I don't give you the views.
And then if you're going to be a late night owl tomorrow night, be sure and if you have Twitch, be sure to check out Skip and Tasha's channel, where him, myself, and Ash on Comics will be wrapping up our Fantastic Four portion of our Hickman retrospective. So that'll be after our best of the week.
Friday night, I don't know if there's gonna be a reading at all. I mean, I think Ron said she's available. Zach, you're available Friday?
I should be available Friday night. I should be.
And also, Friday night is going to be it's going to be our DC Comics Christmas special, volume or issue 2.
Oh yeah, we have the retrospective
on Friday night.
No, Rhaegar, just look up Skip and Tosh, spelled like that though. You have the spelling right, but just look up Skip and Tosh on Twitch. I think he does upload them to his YouTube the next day, but we do it live on Twitch tomorrow night. I think it's like 11 o'clock Central. So
he's on
he's on West Coast time.
Yeah.
So he's starting at 9 o'clock his time, but it's 11 o'clock for me. So if you're a night owl or if you have coffee tomorrow night, come on over and hang out with us.
So basically, you have your own stream, just like I have mine with Late Night Comics with Ash.
Except we also have Ash. So. Ash is a night owl too. So, or not really, because he's over on West Coast time as well. So
do it live.
Do it live.
And then if there is a reading on Friday, I think we might do a little Christmas comic. I don't know. We'll figure out what's going on.
They have a New Warriors Christmas story. It's in one of the holiday specials.
And New Warriors?
No. We're not going to go to New Warriors every time I bring up New Warriors. I'm talking about the classic New Warriors.
Yeah, there's the JSA Christmas story.
There is the JSA Christmas story. He's right. The JSA does have a really good Christmas story.
Well, it all depends on who wants to read with us and who doesn't.
That's true.
And
Who's
those who are reading
available?
with us want to read more parts. Obviously, I mean, I looked at the. I'm up to reading 4 or 5 parts. We do the Secret Wars. It's not that hard to do. It's just you
It's
just gotta
really
write down
not,
your
yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
And a lot of time we have a huge group on here. I noticed that we're getting more and more people on the panel than we do in the audience.
Yeah. The audience outweighs the audience, or the cast outweighs the audience. I need more coffee. Golly, it's late.
No, it's midnight. You can't have coffee.
Oh, I can. Watch me. No.
Yeah, don't you have work? this week?
Don't feed the Zach after midnight.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have. I probably should because I do have work in the morning. Yeah. But
All right. Yeah, it's hard. Actually, it's a night. How it's hard to protect the enemy's Raker said when he's going to end the freaking stream.
then I'm like, I gotta go to sleep for work. Yep. Which is what I have to do right now. So
Yeah.
I think we probably ought to wrap it up, maybe.
Then I'm like, I gotta go to sleep for work.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one thing. It's like, I love streaming with Ash, but it's like, it's sometimes it goes to 4 o'clock, sometimes it goes to 3. I'm just like, we started at 11.
Yep.
I'm just waiting for Marani to say stop. It's like, all right.
Marani is asleep by that time.
Probably. Honestly,
no, she's a night owl though. Well, I guarantee Marani sleeps during the day. It's a little cat nap. Anyway, so
sleep during the day.
so if you haven't already done it, and I was only 4 people watching, 3 because I'm one of them, 2 because Zach's one of them.
No. I had to close out Windows on my computer because I was worried about it cutting out.
So we have a little ticker going on the bottom of the screen down there. It basically what it says is that if you haven't already done so, please click and if you haven't done so as well, subscribe. We're here to entertain you. We love talking to people who just love maybe you'll like the comic books we're talking about on the Mary Sue. To me, they seem kind of weird, but I'm open for people to say, you know what, I like that, and that's cool because I don't want everybody to like everything I like, and I don't want people. I don't really hate books. It's just that I just strongly like other ones more than other ones. So,
yep,
hate's a strong word.
It is.
It's reserved for Megan Fitzmartin.
He's not wrong.
All right. And also, we have a Ko-Fi link going on the screen right now, ko-fi.com/Palpatine. And if you want to donate money, you can. It's optional. But we do appreciate though. You can do it from $1 to $500. I don't care. Or even no money at all. Because but those who do donate, know this: the money basically goes to our reading apps. It goes to the Marvel and the DC apps we pay for. It's a yearly thing. Big chunk of money we put down on that. But then we also have the monthly StreamYard, so we can do all the little cool fancy stuff like the banners you can see behind me, or around us, and just all the little stuff, cool stuff we do here. So if you want to help out the channel, you can do that. You can also, like I said, leave a comment down below. What is your favorite book of this year if you've read anything? Even Black Cat, you can even leave a comment down below and saying what book you've been reading from the past. That is your favorite so far this year.
A lot of Batman stuff. A lot of Batman stuff.
If you could narrow it down to like your top 5 Batman books you've read so far this year, do that.
All right.
All right.
The newest one is Life Zero, the one I told you about. That one is just great.
Dude, that is I love that book, and I just wish they continued because they left it on a cliffhanger. Like it's not really an end.
I know.
It's like, oh man, darn you, Zdarsky, let my boy draw some more of this stuff. He's good. All right, so have a good night, guys, and if we don't see you on Friday, have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Just for the whole week. Why not? Merry Christmas for the whole week. See you tomorrow. Hopefully see you Friday. But
yes. And since he's not here, to all the good true believers, have a good night.
Bye, everybody.
Later, people.